I forgot to hit the go live button before.
Oh,
We weren't live at all.
We are.
now we got to start.
Now we
all
are.
over.
That's
We've only been live
That's
for wonderful.
That is awesome.
That was like some of the best content too for all those
I know.
that just typed in.
That
users
was my A++ game. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. So I don't know.
Fuck you guys. I'm playing the song again.
Okay.
There we are.
Oh, we live?
Yeah, we're live. I
time
thought
for
I
real?
hit the fucking button.
For reals this time? Really?
So Groby drank a KCBS fucking rice lager.
There it
Oh,
is.
you finished it.
But we were doing it during rehearsal.
Yeah.
I like rehearsing my beers.
Now I'm
is,
drinking.
yeah, there you go.
This is the official one.
Okay.
Drinking from
First one, that one didn't count.
I'm drinking
It's
from
not live on camera, don't
from
count.
Ashton Brewing Company in Middlesex, New Jersey. El Cobre, Mexican style lager.
Nice.
And, tastes pretty fucking good for a Mexican amber. I don't know if it's as good as the one me and Splatterhead made, but
Well, ours wasn't an amber, so it's okay.
you know, it's a 5.1. And I don't know. This place was really cool. Talked to the owner. He's like, "Come down to your show."
All right, let's go.
Very cool.
Nice.
We're there.
Load up the van.
I drank there for a while. Walked out of there with a fucking case of beer. $130 pour. But great place, man. Go there. You know.
D10, you still drinking banana bread?
I held on to it when I realized we weren't live. So that's it right there. That's the color of it.
He spit it back in his
Yeah,
glass.
I
Yeah.
Did it
And he went,
backwards.
oh shit, we weren't live.
And what I got here
Gross over here.
is a banana bread beer by Eagle Brewery.
Say that real fast.
Okay.
Eagle Bread Brewery.
Yeah, it's 5.2 alcohol. So you can smell the bananas.
You can smell it.
It smells like banana bread.
Can you smell it? Smell it.
You can smell it.
Absolutely.
It smells like banana bread. It tastes pretty good. I don't taste it as much as I smell it, but it's a decent lager. I would get it again.
All right.
Has
You
Tim
mean
ever
a
done a
nutty-
beer of bad
nuttiness?
review?
Yes.
Have you? Really?
Maybe not on the show, but I
What?
Wow.
I've said before, oh, man, this one's not for me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's not for
Yeah.
you. That's harsh words. That's harsh words.
All right,
I mean, still drink it, but
That's as harsh as we get. We try not to give bad reviews.
we don't want to
but
give
yeah.
bad reviews. I'd give a bad review if like a snake came out of my can.
yeah.
They're like, all right, something's wrong with this place. They got snakes in their cans.
Get me that other
I've actually drank snake liquor. Like it's wild.
Really?
Yeah.
snake liquor.
Yeah, so like they call it shoujo, like in China and stuff. So they'll do like any number of snakes. You see ones with little cobras, you know, fucking coiled up in the bottle or whatever. But yeah, I've done that, and I've also done the where they like cut the snake open in front of you and do blood in one cup, the gallbladder in the other cup, and then fill it with booze. Yeah, no, Chuck, you're shaking your head. You're correct to do so because it was a wild experience. But you know what I mean? They say when in China, it was the Vandals.
Fucking possum and shit.
No, I'm not on Game of Thrones. I'm not eating a fucking lion heart or whatever. Like, don't call me Khaleesi nothing. Just give me. Here, look, we've got. Some
but you know what? Like,
Irish.
how many people can say they've had that experience? Though, you know what I mean? Like, as weird as it is.
Apparently, 1 out of 5. If you hang out with this guy.
Exactly.
Basically, yeah. Based on limited polling,
Four out of five who agree.
Yeah,
Don't drink the
don't
snake
drink
blood.
it.
Don't drink
Yeah.
it.
Technically, this is
5
the
out of 5.
nationwide
Wow.
poll.
Yeah, I'm not rushing to do it again. Don't get me wrong. When it did it,
No,
I can tell the story.
according to our
Make people be like,
nationwide
"Golly."
poll.
I also ate scorpions on a stick that trip.
Oh,
That was actually pretty rad.
Ms. Wasted, what are
Yeah.
you drinking?
I drink the same thing I always drink. I have
Couple
vodka
vodka.
with seltzer and a splash of cranberry because I'm hoity-toity. You know,
That's got
fancy.
and that's got
Yeah.
40 alcohols.
it's got 40 alcohols. It
That's right.
does. It does.
We mistakenly said 80 last time, but that's
yeah.
incorrect.
80 proof, 40
Yes.
alcohols.
40
40
alcohols.
alcohols.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Well,
80 alcohols, you're dead, pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's it. You're drinking like straight up pure shine or Everclear or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Harsh.
I don't know how many alcohols anything is. I just drink
We
them.
bought a bottle of Everclear, and we bought a gallon jug of this fucking like lime green Kool-Aid at the fucking 7-Eleven and Landing. We dumped the fucking Everclear into that. By the time we got done walking down the railroad tracks to the old building,
Oh, you're fucked. Huh?
it wasn't fucking green anymore. It's like clear.
It bleached it out?
It bleached it out, but you can still taste the
Nah.
fucking lime
Oh
Kool-Aid.
God.
But it bleached the fucking color right out of the fucking thing.
No,
That's
thank you.
awesome.
No.
Well, when we were in New Orleans, we were drinking Voodoo Punch,
Yeah.
and we were like, "What's in this?" And it's Everclear and like Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah.
And it's just
It was, ugh.
it was gross and very very strong.
And it messed us up.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Everclear is like fucking pure
Catherine
green
wants
alcohol.
to
You,
drink
know
a
what I mean?
Cosmo.
You could run a car off of that.
Renee, Catherine wants to know if you're drinking a Cosmo.
No,
Oh,
no, it's not a Cosmo.
It's in a rocks glass.
okay.
Look, it's not in no Cosmo glass. It'd be spilled all over Tim's lap.
Uh-oh, Shaggy's here.
Oh, hey, Shaggy.
Hi, Shaggy.
So
That
Shaggy
fucker.
could be here in like 4.5 minutes.
I know.
I know.
That,
That would be
fucking
squished
flying,
together.
that flying fish fucking fried ice cream. When you first take a sip of that, it tastes like fucking fried ice cream.
Chris says mix that
But
shit
it's
with
that
Mad
first
Dog
Mad Dog.
2020.
Yes.
Banana red Mad Dog 2020 with banana bread beer.
There you go.
and Everclear, so that it
Some
lightens it out.
Everclear as a topper.
Well,
Everything needs a chaser, right?
What do you got, Chuck?
I'm drinking a from Log Tavern Brewing in Milford, PA. I have a. This is the Yes series. Their flagship beer is the Yeti New England IPA, and this is the Yeti Experimental Sour series. It's the Yeti. It's a sour New England IPA loaded with blueberries, vanilla, and lactose to kind of for a sweet and balanced tartness. And it's got 7.8 alcohols.
Hey,
7.8. That's a lot of alcohols.
Right?
And 7.8 alcohols, and it's only available on tap. You can't. They haven't canned this one. So
Yeah.
oh, so do you have to do growler fill or something? Or crowler?
yeah, growler or crowler. Yeah,
I actually like crowlers, man. 32 ounces is basically two big
growlers
beers.
is great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, keeps it cold. You throw it in the fridge, get it nice and cold, and then crack it up. I don't even pour it into a cup. I'll just drink it out of the gigantic can. So I drink like an adult
nice
man.
color on there, huh?
Speaking of drinking,
That's got to be the blueberries and the lactose right there.
That's right. Yeah.
I like how Renee
So if
laughs
you're-
every time we say lactose.
If you're
Thinking titty milk. I
if
can
you're
tell. I can tell off the
lactose-
gate. She's like, y'all be putting titty milk in your shit.
I know. I'm just thinking of Tim opening a beer and a big dick pops out. He's like, ah! Renee, Mike, anybody? I don't want this.
What is
He
there
would
a
just
thing
push it
going on?
aside and he'd
Girl,
drink the
with
beer. He'd be
peppers
like,
there.
"Oh, okay, let me just get that out of the way."
I'll see that later.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, Mikey, we know you're not drinking snake juice tonight. What do you
Yeah,
have?
what do you got
Oh,
there?
bud. So
He's looking
so I
fucking-
had a little
Look at
little
this,
event for
dude.
the old lady this weekend, and I got a couple leftover wines, and I got a red wine and a white wine, and so I'm gonna be getting wine wasted tonight. So
Oh,
first bottle, because wine doesn't last super long. You know what I mean? Like once you crack it, you gotta you got to get it done, which I like. If I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink. But so there's a bottle of Rossore. It's a Vino Rosso Italian red wine. I don't speak Italian, so the rest of it is it's just words to me. But this one fires off at
use
14
your Spanish when you read those. It's very similar.
It's
North Jersey, that's called Ginzo Red.
it's an imbo. It's an imbottigliato all'origine estate bottled by Azienda Agricola Iuli Fabrizio and Montedella di Sarigna al Italy.
Very good.
That was excellent.
Very good.
Yeah, not
I
bad.
tried, dude. So you know what's funny, Chuck, is that separate from this is 14.5 alcohols, by the way. 14.5 Italian vino. But it's funny. So I was in Italy, and I don't know Italian. A little bit decent at Spanish growing up in Southern California. So like I tried to do that, tried to use a little Spanish to be like, oh, it's all like Latin-based languages here, right? Oh man, bad call, bad play, dude. They were fired up. That's a Spanish. I'm like,
No.
I know, dude. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Dude was like, don't fucking try, you stupid American.
Yeah.
All right, dude, fuck it. Just give me some more wine and cheese. I'm cool.
They'd be like, okay, wait, dude, how do you say green? See? Same shit.
Bad. Yeah, no, like there was weird stuff too, because it's like some of it's so fucking close that I'm like, oh, I can remember that. No, they don't like it. I was like, all right, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
No, fucking spaghetti con meatballs. Get out of
That's
here.
right.
But I mean, I will say Italy's kind of rad. Like I wouldn't mind going back and drinking myself into a coma, but
Hi, Laura.
Yeah.
it's-
It's weird, man. I'm all alone. Laura's been gone since Thursday.
Yeah, he's a
so you definitely don't have any pants on right now.
No, I do. Yeah, I have pants on right now. I
No.
know it's weird. Like, 20 years ago, it would have just been, woo, no pants, fucking porn on every TV. But now it's like, now I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
What am I gonna do? I guess I'll take up baking.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'll clean some more. I don't know. This is
You could come up with the, because it's pretty cold out there. Yeah. Do a lager.
It's like 39 or something.
Brew a lager, bro.
No,
'Cause
we
lager,
have
you like a little
fucking
bit
lager
cooler
just
when it
sitting
ferments?
over at Mike's house, and we got a bottle.
I keep forgetting it.
I think we brewed it like a year ago.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Sitting in the basement in a carboy.
No, like it never got kegged or anything. It's just chilling.
No, it was in the fridge, but we had to get the fridge out of there
Oh.
because it was running up his electric bill. Because he had other stuff going on in the other corner of the basement.
Oh. The lights. You know what's funny is the refrigerator electricity is not going to be anywhere near the light electricity. Those lights.
So I brought the refrigerator to Chuck's, but I left the beer there because I couldn't fit it in my car at the time.
Oh Jesus! It's probably not. I don't know if it's any good, boys. It might not.
It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
he still exploded his house this time, not mine.
there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. It's
Is it already like you already pulled all the yeast and everything? It's done.
Yeah,
You crashed it.
It's totally clear. Yeah, it's been lagered and crashed.
Oh, okay.
It's good to go.
We have no idea what the ABV is.
I make a guess.
Mystery
Well,
alcohol.
It
Five.
won't have changed
Yeah.
from when we crashed it. It's right around 6.5 somewhere in there.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I guess as long as it's been maintained cool. But I mean, if you pull it out of the refrigerator,
it stayed at a steady temperature.
Yeah,
It hasn't-
it's good.
It didn't have any ups and downs. Everything stayed the same.
yeah, okay. You didn't do it like my uncle.
So
My uncle
No,
did
we
a thing.
definitely didn't do it like your uncle. And I don't even know what
Or, no, I was going to
saying,
tell you the story.
but- Okay.
So my uncle did. He's a carpenter, right? And he hooked up a guy that
My
runs a
father
pretty.
was a carpenter.
So, so he did a job for a dude that runs like a pretty big, well-known brewery. They've got a couple spots. I think they opened up in Berlin as well as Virginia, and but they primarily came from San Diego. Anyways, he gets hooked up with like a couple cases of beers, like a couple cases of just like regular bottles of beer, and then a couple cases of Bombers, right? And it's like badass. It's like good stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, what's that fucking like the Imperial IPA that Stone does? You guys don't know. You guys are like, I'm at a loss. All right. Well, anyway, so Stone does. It's pretty high alcohols IPA. Anyways, so there's like a case of that, and those are kind of pricey. Case of like regular beer, like I said, a couple cases of Bombers, and he just set them outside, like on like the side access of his house, kind of deal, like just sitting outside in like the dirt and the weeds and the whatnot. And it's not like it's fucking San Diego County, dude. It's not like it gets like wicked cold and stays chilled or anything. It's sunny and warm, dude. So he's got the beer sitting in the sunlight and, 85, 90 degrees, whatever, because he's up for it's a little, no, not arrogant bastard, but there were some Bombers of that, Chris. But no, it was, fuck, I can't think of it. I'll have to fucking Google it. Either way, it doesn't matter. Like if you get a bunch of beers, especially free beers, because that's the best price, don't set them in the sun and heat. You know what I mean? Like put them in a fucking closet if you don't have refrigerator space or something. Like, Jesus.
What are you, fucking savage? Jesus.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, what? I was at a thing at his house and I'm like, are you a wild animal? Like who the fuck raised you? Like he's like, they're probably fine. And like, so they were like dirty too, dude. Like you had to like dust off the bottles and stuff to put them in the ice because they were just like dirt. And I was like, fuck. So I put them in there, get them cold, and crack one. And I was like, dude, I mean, I'm still gonna drink it. I'm not gonna enjoy it, but I'm still gonna drink it. Like, but they were not good. They had turned.
Yes. Now ours will be fine. Well, somebody should read a drunk news story. I'm gonna go fucking rinse out my glass because I'm not a fucking savage animal, and I don't want my next beer to taste like sour blueberries and lactose.
Actually, that's what you
definitely very smart. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw in previous episodes. I was using a Michelob Ultra to rinse my glass. Basically water.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, if we're drinking and the show's about drinking, I'm fucking drinking nonstop.
Right.
Like, even my palate cleanser and rinser is going to be some sort of alcohols. Because I feel like that's just the right thing to do.
Yeah, you make a good point.
That's
so
funny.
Chuck mentioned something about drunk news story. I'm going to give this one to Renee.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right. So I just read the freaking story?
Read the story and feel free to comment as you go along.
With all the personality that you have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not much. All right. Man legally changes name to Celine Dion while drunk. Netizens find it super funny. Now, what the fuck is a netizen?
I guess
that's a person on the internet.
Citizens of the internet.
Oh, okay. All right. I get it.
Shit posters, as it were.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. The start of a new year can bring along with itself many opportunities for change. While some may take resolutions to spend less time on social media or to exercise more, one man from the UK has made a rather significant transformation whilst stepping into 2021. Yes, I had to say the word whilst.
Whilst.
Thomas
I like the way you
Dodd.
say it.
Thomas Dodd, a 30-year-old hospitality worker, has legally changed his name to Celine Dion. Yes, you read that right. This is a unique type of quote-unquote new year, new you, isn't it? New year, new you. Is it? Well, I don't know what that means.
New year, new you, Celine.
Dodd shared this image from Twitter. There's no image.
Yeah, there's no image.
Tim failed me. I don't know.
Let's just use your imagination.
He should have prepared me, and I would have like done the.
Does he look like a Canadian, eh?
Some text accompanies the picture. It reads, Tier 4 is the least of my worries. I've just got home to some post. Apparently, at some point over Christmas, I've had one too many vinos and legally changed my name to Celine Dion. So he did it and didn't remember doing it.
That's a lot of vinos because I'm
That's a lot of
having
vinos.
plenty of vinos, but that's a lot of vinos.
One too many.
I don't know what number you get to where you're like, fuck it, I'm changing my name to Celine Dion. Like,
It was
A
that-
lot of
it-
vinos, man.
You know, the one right before the last one is where you should have stopped, right?
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
It's always
dude,
that one.
Isn't that always the fucking case, though?
Always. Every single time.
Yeah.
Wait,
I've been pretty hammered, but I've never been change your name to Celine Dion hammered.
I might have been changed my name kind of hammered.
Yeah,
but I didn't do it, but I
you've
thought
been
about
that hammered, Mikey, but you just went a different route.
I went a different direction. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
you went a
went
different
different outlet.
direction.
it. You had
I've
different
seen
outlets.
you. Like, if I would have whispered in your ear, dude, just change your name to Celine Dion. Like, you totally might have done it.
I'd be like, that actually sounds like a legit idea because nobody
Charlie-
else would do that, and those motherfuckers would be like,
Charlie Splatterhead said it's cool.
"God, yeah." If he says it's cool, it's got to be cool.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Dodd is a huge fan of Dion and saw Celine live in Birmingham in 2019. The process of changing his name, which is done using a document called the Deed Poll in the UK, cost the Dion devotee £89.
Yeah, damn, that's
Um,
over $100. I ain't
And-
changing my name to fucking Celine Dion for no $100, dude. No way.
Dodd, or shall we say Dion, you see what they did there?
Yeah.
You see it? They're very witty in this
Uh-huh,
article. Also said that he isn't planning on changing his name back anytime soon.
No, it's
We'll
another
figure it out.
$100.
I know. Now you got
Figure it out. I'm
it.
not rushing to change it back, that's for sure.
That's another $100-something bucks. Plus, you got to order new checks.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
you got to change all your credit card billing information. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
that's a
The
nightmare.
moral of the story is fuck Celine Dion. I don't know what
Yeah.
the moral of the story is.
nice
Keep
The
story.
heart, the heart will go
Thank
on.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well
I
done.
hope you enjoyed that as much as
Her
I do.
album Moving Pictures.
What?
I said, for the record, I hated her album Moving Pictures.
I thought that was Rush.
They sound the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, Rush and Celine Dion sound the same?
Yeah, pretty much.
I
They're
strongly
basically the
disagree.
same.
Yeah. They're both from Canada.
Basically the same.
Basically the same. They have social.
Are they Canadian? They're both
They're both
Canadian.
Canadian.
They both
Their,
suck.
their
Yeah.
songs are way too fucking long, however short they are.
Finest.
All right, I'm about to open another one here.
Finest doing their music in Asbury Park. And
Ah.
COVID ruined it.
That's right.
Goddamn COVID.
So check this out. I got a mojito beer.
Oh boy, good luck with that.
Poguero Snort Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, I'm anxious to try this now.
That's a good
Lager
fucking.
with
That's a
lime juice and
nice
mint.
mojito beer.
Is it
And
really?
This is an extremely
Yeah,
chuckable
It really
beer.
is.
Comes in at 4.5 alcohols.
Oh, that's a mellow alcohol. Very chuggable.
Chuckable.
Yeah.
Oh, you turned
that
into a
mean?
robot
Chuck 'em
again,
back.
Mikey.
You could just chuck them back. Chuggable. Chuckable.
No, chuckable.
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 Mikey hit the robot feature
And then,
effect
is
on
it
his
back? Am I
microphone
good now?
again. No, you're still a robot.
Fuck.
Now I think you're good now.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm learning all this stuff.
Oh, yeah. No.
No,
Robot again.
You're like a robot fucking chipmunk. It's great.
You know what you should get? A laptop from like 2007? Like I have. You don't
Right.
have any robot voice problem.
Yeah.
What was the guy on MTV with the head?
Oh, Max.
Max
Max
Headroom.
Headroom.
Max
Max
Headroom.
Headroom, yeah.
The guy with the head. And we all knew what he meant. That's kind of scary.
I didn't know his name. I just knew he was a head. And he went, "Ah, yeah, 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 yeah." And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is
it was cool when you were wasted. Everybody would go, ha, ha, ha.
everyone was like, "Ooh, look at those special effects! Wow!"
I know, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Funny 'cause nowadays it's like, dude, there's like Luke Skywalker looks like fucking Luke Skywalker, but we all thought Max Headspace was the gnarliest shit ever, and he had his cameo in Back to the Future, and we we're like, God, the future's going to be amazing. Fast forward to 2021,
It's not awesome.
it's wild times.
You still can't get
Wild
cereal.
ass
Just lock
times.
that.
Mikey, you're gonna love it. You listen to this back on the
Is it
audio
bad?
version. It's
We're
great.
bagels that stay fresh more than a day.
Can you at least hear me? Like, is it?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. You just sound like a fucking Star Wars character or something.
You kind of sound like Darth Vader.
I can absolutely live with that.
If he had a bad signal.
If he didn't have, if his voice wasn't deep and
If he was
Darth Vader
like
didn't
shorter,
sound like Andrew
if he was
Jones.
shorter and his voice wasn't as deep and he wasn't as menacing.
Like Darth Vader on helium.
Yes, yes. That is it exactly.
Oh God.
Right.
Peter, if he sucked on helium. Oh.
No, Ben from Miss Tucky Creek Homebrew and Miss Tucky Creek Homebrew Club is in the chat.
What's up, bro?
Hey,
What's up?
So how is your fucking mojito beer from Bolero Snort?
haven't made up my mind yet.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He's got to finish the whole thing and then he'll let
In the
you.
meantime, I opened this. There you go. The keg stand from
Nice.
Four City Brewing in Orange, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Typical American lager. You know,
Kobe's on a
5.5.
fucking lager kick tonight.
Yeah, that's I got a banger for the end. Trust me.
Oh,
All right.
Oh my goodness.
But this is killer right here. I mean, this should be mass marketed to fucking everybody. This fucking beer.
Nice.
I mean, it's that good to drink. Again, $14 for a 4-pack. I'll drink.
See,
it.
I should be like tagging these fucking breweries as we do the show instead of like. But it's like
I posted this on our
fucking multitasking. It's not my thing.
I posted this on our Instagram page. They liked it. They followed us. So.
Nice. Well, so I'm drinking Pony Up. This is a hazy IPA from this is like a collaboration
With the Amish.
Yeah, maybe with the Amish, but it's from Springhouse, which. So I went down Thursday. I drove down to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is like a 3-hour drive from here, and I stayed there for about 15 minutes, and then I went I'm like, oh, I should go to a brewery before I go home, right? Because I had to drop Laura off down there, and I'm like, I should hit up a brewery. So I fucking Googled breweries near me, and there's like fucking 8 of them, plus distilleries and meaderies. So I'm like, I got to pick one. So I picked one just randomly, and I drove to the place and walked in. I'm like, you got beers to go? And they're like, oh yeah, we have growlers, crowlers, or we have 4-packs. These are 16-ounce cans, and we're switching over to 12-ounce. So we're trying to get rid of all these because we don't want to have 16s and 12s of all the same beers. Like, so the 4-packs are $8 each.
What?
And I'm like, okay, like I'll have like massive amounts of those. So I came back with, so I bought like 5 4-packs and
give me one of these, give me 2 of them, give me 4 of
yeah,
these.
no, I got one of this, one of that, one of this. But this one is the Pony Up, a hazy IPA, and it's the Extraordinary Give. I think it's Lancaster's largest day of giving. So I don't know. It sounds like they did something really nice and charitable or some shit.
Okay.
But I don't have my readers, and I haven't been able to find them for 3 days. So
Again?
I can't tell you what it says. Something, but a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Extraordinary Give. So,
Whatever that is.
cool.
and anyway, this is a great beer. All the you want to see the hazy IPA.
So
That is hazy.
Man,
Yeah.
there you go.
What's the mouthfeel on that one?
Yeah.
This is
Now I
It's,
can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound way better now.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe mouthfeel. I have to get.
Like, honestly, the only thing I can think of is when they add oats to the finishing boil, and it's like it just
I have to
is
get
a little bit creamier, and that's it. Like I don't understand.
I have to
that
get
one
James
either.
Miller to like sit down with me and go like, okay, dude,
He doesn't like that word either.
explain
though.
this mouthfeel to me. He may not like it, but he has to learn to navigate it.
Oh, 100%, dude. Because like people use the term umami to describe beer.
Is
Right.
mouthfeel
Yeah,
taste?
like
Because it's liquid. It feels the same as every other liquid in your mouth.
you know what it feels like? It feels like beer.
It feels like beer in my mouth. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm totally cool. I love beer in my mouth. Yeah, but it's good. It's very tasty, and for fucking $8 for a 4-pack,
All day long.
fucking can't go wrong. And I have a couple of more of theirs that I'm gonna try tonight.
Doesn't Lancaster
As
have
well.
like a self-titled brewery, just like Lancaster Brewing Company? I believe they do.
Well, they do, but you know what's weird?
I've seen that years ago. I don't know if
they do. I have to look at like we got to go back. We were doing this thing for a while where we were doing like weird alcohol laws and like in different states, and we got to go back to doing some of those too because it's pretty funny. But you got to like Pennsylvania is a trip. I noticed this when I was in Gettysburg, and then I noticed it again when I was in Lancaster, like looking up breweries. A lot of them are like fucking chains. So you'll see like this brewery that like looks like this cool like independent spot, and then you'll look it up and it'll have like 10 locations, and it's a chain brewery. So like I don't even know who brews their beer or which spot brews the beer or like how all that fucking works. But this place is just a brewery, and then they have a brewery, and then they have a tap room and a restaurant like somewhere else. But I think we're gonna go and take the show to Lancaster because there's so many fucking
dude. Get all
spots.
that good Amish food.
Yeah, good Amish food.
Dude,
That's
I
right.
Right, man.
when I was back east, like, so I remember Lancaster Brewing. They actually they do some really, or at least back then, they did some really good seasonal beers, right? Like people can talk all the shit they want on pumpkin beers, but a really well executed pumpkin beer is pretty fucking delicious.
Sure, yeah.
Wasted, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? And I like all those things. But they did a few other ones that I recall, like they did like a good milk stout and some other stuff. But on top of that,
with
on top of all that,
lactose.
dude, those Amish, those like little Amish markets where you can get all those guys, fuck, for not having electricity and like running water, dude. Those guys,
They whittle, man.
have some food, dude.
They fucking whittle.
Wow. You got the weird chin beards and the bowl cuts, but Jesus, if their food is not,
They're actually
One of them
like
stole my soul. When me
They're
and Boogie Buzzer were driving around in Pennsylvania, the one stared at me. And I took his picture, and he stole my soul.
yeah. Well, they're leaving. They're leaving Pennsylvania. They're like,
Really?
there's a big exodus. They're like bailing out of PA.
so they're not going to be the Pennsylvania Dutch no more.
Where are they
Now
going?
they're going up. They're going like up like you know.
I want to follow them. Where are they going?
I learned something. I learned something now that I'm a New York State resident, because like when you're from Jersey or like anywhere else, like there's
They're
New
moving
York,
to Port Jervis. That's why Chuck has the beard.
right? But there's New York, right? There's the city. Then there's Staten Island that nobody talks about, and then there's Long Island, and then every fucking thing else is upstate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. From Yonkers up is upstate.
so apparently that's not the case. So like if you go to like Albany and you say upstate, like they get all fucking uppity about it because we're not upstate.
Fuck that, they're upstate. Of course
Yeah.
it is. Where you going? I'm going upstate New York. That's where I'm going.
yeah, they're like I forget what they call themselves, but anyway, that's where all the Amish went. They're up by like fucking Herkimer and Johnsonville because their taxes went up in PA. And then they started getting like the other, like the English, like regular people that they
English,
call the
yeah.
English. Like, and fucking don't fucking call. I want to choke fucking Amish. Don't fucking
It's
call
still
me
weird, though, that
English,
they still
dude.
do that. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
don't
English,
fucking
like,
call me English, you prick.
dude, why don't you just call us townies or some shit? You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
something. Yeah, but so like the English are getting mad at them because they're like emptying their fucking outhouse waste, like, you know, at the edge of the driveway.
Right.
Yeah, like, so like they keep getting fined and arrested and shit. So they're like, fuck it, we're moving up to New York.
Oh,
So yeah, there's like an exodus, man. Because I was up by Albany in that area, and there was fucking Amish everywhere. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's crazy.
Boogie Buzzard knows all about them. When we were driving around, he was telling me about like what the shades in their windows mean.
Right, because he's from like out there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like part Amish or something.
Is he like what are they, Mennonite?
Part Amish.
Fucking Rodney's part Amish.
But he knows all about it. And he's like telling me, he's like, don't take that picture, man. I was like, why? He goes, they don't like that shit. They'll have us stopped. I go, what do you mean? He goes, they'll fucking. He goes, the radio ahead. I go, but what?
They don't have radios.
They have
smoke signals.
He goes, they have cell phones. I'm like, what do you mean they have cell phones?
Yeah, they can't have cell phones,
They
man.
can't have cell phones.
The Mennonites can.
He said that they
Mennonites can, right.
they'll stop us and they'll want us to delete the picture.
Yeah.
But I got away with it. The kids stole
How
me.
are they going to stop you? What, are they going to chase you with the fucking buggy?
Yes, that's what I said. I said,
Yeah.
I said, we're going 50 miles an hour. Are you going to turn the horse around?
Maybe.
But that kid, man, that was true Children of the Corn shit.
Yeah. There's some weird. Yeah. Did you guys ever see that show, The Amish Mafia?
I heard about it.
Is that the one where they go around cutting off beards of the ones that aren't like?
Yeah, right. Chris says carrier pigeons. They'll send carrier pigeons out. Yeah.
Like if it works in the ghetto, it could work in the Amish country.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So the Amish Mafia.
That's
show,
where Snoop Dogg learned it.
But like, it was corny as shit. But it's basically like this Amish kid that like runs like the hustle, and like because the Amish, they have this thing called the Rumspringa where they can like go party.
Yes.
And, like,
Right. Yeah. And they go fucking wild, and that's why you have all these Amish junkies out by Allentown.
Yeah, dude.
Because they don't know the difference between like going out and like, okay, I'm gonna go out and smoke a joint, or fucking like just buying a bag of smack, right? Like to them, it's all the same thing.
Can you see the kids stealing my soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so anyway, so like the premise of the show is like there's this like it's essentially like a little crime boss, like little hustle in Amish country out there somewhere in PA, and this guy like runs his crew, and they got, you know, their little deals. They do the Rumspringa parties and whatever, and then he has his muscle is this Mennonite dude, because Mennonites can have phones and cars and guns.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So this guy's got like fucking like a black rifle, and he's walking around like still with the pressed like purple shirt or whatever they wear, the blue shirts and purple shirts and stuff, and the vest and the whole nine. But like it was wild, dude. Like I can't say that it wasn't partially staged. You know what I mean? Like a lot of
I watched a couple of those, man.
But just the idea of like thug life Amish people, like something about it was like I was like, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Like when I got sick of watching like My 600-Pound Life, then I like switched over to like fucking Amish Mafia.
My daughter was like, "Dad, you want to watch Mothers and Tiaras?" I was like, "Absolutely not." I got Amish Mafia to watch.
That's right. I mean?
But no, it's wild because it's like, dude, I've seen people get like shot and stabbed and all kinds of stuff, but I'm like, damn, these Amish people, wow. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's such a wild.
Gee, thou a hoeth.
Yeah,
right.
Like it was weird, man.
I will get Zebediah on your ass.
Well, for sure, dude. I'll get you shunned if you don't.
Zebediah.
That's right.
Pay up or get shunned, and you're like, dude, I feel like you're like a crime guy. Like you don't get to shun people. Like you should be shunned. Like
he's just the enforcer, bro.
That motherfucker didn't make a single pizza roll on that show either. Lying ass motherfuckers. Everybody knows the Amish markets make some bomb ass pizza rolls.
Do they?
Yeah,
dude. I'm telling you, I wasn't joking, dude. Go to the Amish markets. Like either next time you're in PA or if they have them out in your area. Like
we don't.
They make cakes and pastries.
Go to Lancaster.
Like they make these little pizza rolls. They're like fucking like long. like that. You just fucking great. Fucking great.
I'm sorry. I'm
Not-
sorry. What was it like? How do you?
Renee, I don't know. I couldn't see myself, so maybe
It's a good thing.
if you.
Well, as I know, when we go to Lancaster, we're getting in one of those buggies and getting our picture taken.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
I mean, get some good food and then drink all the beers.
Dude, we might, like, we're going to be on an inebriation field trip. And, like, with all that beer, and, like, Laura says there's a distillery and, you know, the fucking meat. We may end up fucking stealing one of those fucking buggies.
It's a very good chance.
Testing out this Amish mafia.
I am supportive.
We'll smoke grass in one.
Yeah.
Get in the back.
Yeah.
Get over there, Gemini.
I mean,
Oh, God, fucking bone.
these guys got some weak ass push.
we've had like
English.
2 or 3 drunk news stories involving Amish people,
Yeah.
like getting pulled over in their buggies and shit.
Yeah.
Are you on a different vino now?
I'm on a different vino.
This
boys.
looks like a white
I gotta
wine.
rinse my glass
It
out.
is. It is. So I because I'm just killing stuff. I'm killing
I
bottles.
don't think V10 liked the mojito beer.
Oh yeah, we got to ask him follow up because. So I think I mentioned before, like the margarita beers and stuff usually are hot garbage. But-
See, to me, that Bolero snort was a really good.
That's why
beer.
I was like interested because like
I was indifferent.
yeah, I've got one. So this
I'm
is a
the mojito
Chablis.
beer. It was just like,
Yeah. Well, no, I like the ones I've had. I have not been excited about until you
I didn't find it to be terrible.
dump some tequila in it and some ice and just shake the shit out of it, and all of a
Right.
sudden it becomes a really good beer. You know what I mean? It's more of a beer cocktail, but either way, that's why I was interested about the mojito one because I feel like mint could go well or go very poorly.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just judging by the look on Tim's
I've had
face.
a
He
couple
did
of
not
other-
enjoy it.
And
Tim had to
did
go
you not
rinse
like
his
the-
glass out.
I have had a couple of other mojito ones that were better than Bolero Snort.
So what I'm drinking is the Chablis, Appellation Chablis Contrôlé, Champs. I don't even fucking know, something French. It's from Chablis, France, and it is 13 alcohols. So this one's a little
13
bit
alcohol.
lighter.
A little bit lighter, yeah.
It's a little bit more in this bottle, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it as itself to be a cleanser here.
Use it as itself. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's
I did that this morning.
That's like some grape juice. That's like some sacrament wine or some shit. That's good.
What do you want to know?
Because I'm trying to kill it. I'm not even worried about a regular pour.
Nah,
Oh, VP.
that's right.
See how it is.
ODB.
We're
That's
trying
a grown-up.
to drink this wine.
That's a grown-up glass of wine right there.
Right. Fill that shit up.
fucking the one guy on fucking Wednesday nights, he drinks fucking the 3-liter boxes of Almaden, $18.
Mike!
He drinks a box of that motherfucker every day.
Oh Lord, that's harsh, dude. Because like, I have no issue with box wine. I'm all about that, dude. Like,
There's
the
some
amount
good
of-
boxed wines. Like Black Box makes. In fact, Black Box actually does a tequila and a whiskey that are really fucking tasty,
Yes.
and a vodka.
Splatterhead was raving
You
about
get a
that.
lot. A small little thing, you get more. Like,
You get
wouldn't
a
even
ton.
think That's
Yeah.
3 bottles of wine in one little thing or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm all about that, man.
I
But
remember Splatterhead going on about the tequila. This was good
Yeah.
shit, man.
But it was like fucking $12.99 too, and it was like 3 bottles of tequila in this
I
box.
don't.
I'm like, for the tailgates, this is perfect. It's on fucking tequila on tap.
That's fighting my. You give me a box of 3 bottles of $12 tequila. Guarantee you, I'm getting in a fight. Everybody's like, man, Mike was cool until he wasn't. Whee. That's wild. But yeah, like some of that stuff will give you a killer headache. You know, like because I don't know what is it. What is it? The nitrates or something? I don't know.
I don't know. Sulfites.
All I know is our good friend E40 made a whole song about that top of the line wine, Carlo Rossi. and I feel like he knows, so I believe it.
Oh, shit.
My grandma drinks that stuff. I'm like, Grandma, you got that jug of Carlo Rossi? She's like, yeah. I'm like,
I used to work in a
Yeah.
liquor store.
top of the line wine,
They-
Carlo
they-
Rossi.
Those Carlo Rossi freaking
Jugs,
like
yeah, with the
3-gallon
finger
jugs.
Yeah,
It's like all the like old ladies with the blue
Yep,
hair,
yep,
like just coming
yep.
in, like filling up their fucking cart with those things.
Mhm,
Yep.
mhm.
My grandparents, they used to have this neighbor, Carolyn, and she would like every time they go grocery shopping, and they would all, judge her, like, oh, she's getting her jug of wine, and then like they'd come home from the grocery store, like fucking 2 hours later, Carolyn was lit the fuck up. And they were just fucking, she's up there drunk on that wine. And I'm like, I don't know. She seems fine to me. She's funny. She's giving out candy. She's great.
Hey, you like strawberry hard candies?
Yeah.
Oh, those are the best.
With Carlo Rossi?
Center.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm down. I wish, yeah. See, that's the thing nowadays. Like, people aren't like cool with their neighbors and do weird shit like that. Like you mentioned something about like a neighbor kid giving her like a Raiders flag and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, like I've talked to 2 of my neighbors. You know what I mean? Like we don't hang out, we don't see each other and be like, oh, you're drinking wine on your porch, throwing out hard candies.
Oh, dude, my
you know?
next door neighbor is Bobby and his wife is Jess. Their daughter is Bella. Across the street is Betty. Her husband's named Bill, but he goes by Wink because that's what his family. It's actually her ex-husband, but he still comes over. Next door is Charlotte on the other side, and then a block away is Doug and Randy. Yeah, no, I fucking.
See, like
I'm in like a neighborhood, like everybody fucking talks to me and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Hi,
because
I'm
of
Betty.
COVID.
Like,
to themselves.
Okay.
I moved.
I don't know how to act.
And so like I feel like we've done a really good job of meeting a couple neighbors because it's been COVID and shit. But like it sucks too because like I want to say it might be because nobody leaves. Like we've had people leave like cookies at our front door and stuff like that, which I think is adorable and some shit I would not do. And,
Right.
and I was like super sketchy, but I was like, damn, those cookies look good as hell. I was like, I'm gonna try one because if anybody's gonna die, it's gonna be me, right? It's not gonna be like my wife and daughter or anything like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna bite the bullet and try one of these cookies. It was fucking delicious.
You're like,
I was like,
it tastes good. I'm not sick. Everybody wait for like an hour.
yeah,
Let me
give a
make sure I
couple
don't
hours
start tripping.
tomorrow, if
Let
I'm
me
not
make
dead.
sure I don't start hallucinating, and then you guys can have cookies too.
Yeah, but like it's crazy because like I don't even they left their first names only, and I'm like I don't know which house you are or anything like that. Like I know the people across the way.
You got cookies? Mail me some.
Yeah, well, most of my neighbors are like all they're all like retired or whatever. It's funny. I retired and now I live in a retirement community apparently. But like, yeah, dude, like nobody like we wave at each other and that's about it, dude. Like there's not a lot of interacting, but I would kind of like to because I kind of want to be able to be like, hey, like I see you have that kick-ass like Airstream trailer. Can I borrow it?
Right.
I don't know what neighbors do, but I feel like
it's
that's
just
a
sitting
reasonable
there.
ask.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen you do anything with it in a long time.
I feel like that's a reasonable ask. Like,
Yeah.
hey, can I drive your Porsche? Because I'm never gonna have one, but
Here's a cup of sugar. Can I borrow your Porsche? Excellent. It's, it's,
Hey,
I heard you wanted a box of mac and cheese.
yeah.
we have fucking t-shirts now.
Yeah,
T-shirts.
yeah. I posted them out. $25.
Going
a pop,
fast,
$30
man.
to get a T-shirt and a koozie. Yeah, man.
Or as I posted a
Good.
t-shirt and a cookie until Laura told me,
Everybody's like, motherfucker, I don't
your
want.
shirts come with cookies? I was like, what? And I looked, I was like, oh, fuck. I got to edit that post.
Mikey, those cookies first to make sure they're not gonna die.
That's a $5 cookie, too.
Oh.
It's a good fucking cookie.
That better be a really good cookie.
Right.
Better be
So,
an edible.
yeah, I fixed that. But we have merch. I don't have any pictures right now of the merch to show anybody because not that familiar with using this fucking crazy software
It's
yet.
on our Instagram page.
It's on our Facebook. It's on our on our personal
Personal
Facebooks, on the
pages.
page.
I posted
on
it. It's
Twitter.
tagged Neighbor Nation.
It is on the Twitter.
And it should be on our website too, right?
Yeah, it should be. You're right. You're right. It definitely should be.
Whether it is or not, that's a different question. But it should be.
Yes.
It should be.
Groby is correct. It should be on
It
our
really
website.
should be. That is stellar on your part. There you go. It should be.
Cheers.
Shaggy only has neighbor Renee. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Shaggy lives 3 minutes from my house.
I know he should be there now.
He should. I said he should pop over.
He didn't want to put pants on.
Yeah,
he had to put pants on. He chose not to.
If anybody has to wear fucking pants when they go to Renee's house, Jesus Christ.
My Corona. You don't have to wear pants. For
She's gonna open the door. You can't come in. You don't have pants.
no shirt, no shoes, no pants.
Well, if it's Shaggy, yes, that might actually be my
Right?
reaction.
Yeah.
Nah, get the fuck out of here, Shaggy.
Pants.
You really need to put some pants on.
Yeah, no pants didn't mean no drawers, you monster.
Aw, we love you, Shaggy.
We want you to get a porch.
Shaggy, I jokingly said, and I kind of jokingly asked him to come and put together my grill that I got right at the beginning of what, when everything got locked down. So maybe, I don't know, maybe April, May. And I said it jokingly. And the next day he shows up at my house with like his toolbox. And he's like, all right, I'm ready to put your grill together. So maybe I'd let him in without pants. I don't know. He built my grill, but I'd still probably prefer Shaggy in pants.
Yeah.
We
all would.
For the grill.
Okay. I'm drinking a new beer.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
All right.
Tim's been dying to drink a new beer, too, so you got to let him go next.
This from Ashton Brewing Company.
Oh, that looks like
Jersey, called Polyphonic.
Is that a big beer or is that an optical illusion?
Is what?
No, it's just a 12-ouncer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The regular can.
Looks like
It looked like a big
all of their
beer.
shit,
Kroger's
stuff
got those small
in
hands.
like either crowlers or 6-packs, which was cool. So
Nice. Yeah.
it's Pilsner. It's cool. I don't know, 5.4. It's good. I'm drinking these because I got a bomber at the end.
Okay.
10%er.
All right.
Nice. I got another
I like
one
that
here.
you're keeping with the lager theme though. Like that's very you're on point, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got another Bolero snort.
Give him another try here.
That was a good one. I like that. The cream.
And this is OVB, which is an orange cream pop.
What?
Which I don't get how OVP stands for, orange cream pop, but that's kind of cool. I don't know. It's India Pale Ale. It's got, the orange in it, vanilla, and milk sugar. And bear with me here. It's white on yellow. It's hard to read. Well, there's alcohols in it.
Yeah, there are.
I just don't know how many because I can't read it.
I believe that one was around. It was in the 7-8 range. I think.
All right. Let's find out here.
I think.
It's a creamsicle IPA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bolero snort is.
I'm pretty sure it was in the 7-8 range, somewhere around there.
That's just a wild.
They do some wild shit at Bolero snort.
I'm into it.
They made.
I like this one.
Magically delicious.
Yeah.
The fucking Lucky Charms knockoff.
Yeah.
That
it was a white stout.
Killer.
Oh.
Killer.
Yeah.
I do.
So good. So good. Great mouthfeel. By the way.
Yeah.
All the mouth. Because of the mallows.
It's like drinking a 4-pack of Lucky Charms.
Because they use the actual cereal,
Yeah.
right? Or at least the knockoff cheap brand or whatever. But they use the actual oat cereal with the marshmallows in the mash, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
they also
think
did
about
a
that, though.
fucking
It's fucking genius because of all the sugar and all of the starches and other stuff that break down into fermentable. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking smart use. And then
they also did a Skittles sour.
And that
tastes like fucking Skittles. It was so fucking wild. I was like, dude, I gotta send some of this to fucking Marshawn Lynch. Here, dude, Skittles beer.
Oh, that's what they need to do. They need to bring in Beast Mode to be a partner. On
Yeah. But it was great. So fucking funny. It was so good.
So Skittles beer, yeah, I would be down with a sour Skittles beer. I like I said, sour Skittles and Sour Patch Kids. Like
They
love
did
them.
a Sour Patch Kids one too.
Oh, God, I eat those things all the time. I shouldn't
Sure,
because I'm getting
yeah.
fat, but like they're fucking delicious. And
Yeah.
then beer wise, it's funny, man. Like I
For
don't know
the
where you
record,
got.
I was smoking some sour Skittles the other day.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's the Indica Steve hybrid or whatever. But no, like I don't know where you guys land, but like early on, like with the sours and stuff like that, I wasn't like a big fan
Me
at
neither.
all. Right? Like
I'm still not a huge fan. Like,
yeah, like but it's starting to come around. I think I honestly want to say that just good, well-made beer is good, well-made beer regardless, right?
I
So
think-
if you do a really good Berliner Weiss and you change it up and do whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna be good. If you do a good Goza, or if you just do an ale and then introduce some sort of funk to it, like if it's well made, it's gonna turn out good. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's still gonna be a good beer.
I think that sours are starting to go the direction that IPAs went, where like for a while, like IPAs were just a
Over
bunch
the
of
top.
assholes just trying to outbitter each other. And
yeah.
like, you couldn't like, you drink one IPA and like, no matter who made it. And then like, you couldn't get that taste out of your mouth for like
Oh yeah, your
4
breath
hours.
smelled like a whole
Yeah, it
entire
was just
sack
it
of
was
black
it was hard to deal with. But then they kind of it started to tone down and they like there's a balance now and they've learned how to use different varieties of hops and get like
yeah, different yeast, different hops, different everything
right.
to like
And I
change.
think sours are kind of going in that direction too because I remember like when the first like sours really started hitting the shelves, it was the same thing. It was just like, oh, dude.
Well, they were all like some sort of like infected stout or something. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like early
yeah.
on, they were usually darker beers, and it was just a lot. Like it was just a lot for anybody to actually enjoy. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like I said, because Berliner Weiss is not like a new style of beer, and neither is a Goes, but like, they I think they gained traction, and then people have, like you said, they've started to master the uses of the different ingredients and the different, like whether it's a bacteria or whatever that they're introducing, because it could be like what Britannomycin or whatever, or
Right,
it could
right.
be like natural wild funk. You know
Or
what I mean? But they're
both.
getting to a point where they've dialed it in, and they can make something great. You know what I mean? To where,
Yeah.
God damn, that tastes like like a little bit like of a bitter or tart raspberry jam kind of deal. You know what I mean?
They're just really hard to reproduce, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing like wild fermentations and stuff. Like
Mhm.
you're never
Take
going to
notes.
get the same beer again. Like
Yeah, it's pretty difficult because like
You should
you
get
get
lot
a
of the
different
wild-
version of it, but it's not going to be the
Tom
same.
Muckraker on live talking about spontaneous fermentation.
What's that?
We should get Tom Muckraker on live talking about spontaneous fermentation.
Yeah. I mean, but because that's his thing. Like,
When I was down at Ashton Brewery, the guy asked, he's like, "Where are you from?" I said, "In Ogdensburg." He goes, "Is there a brewery up there that does spontaneous?" I go, "Yeah, Muckraker." I go, "I used to work there." I go, "I know the guy personally." He's like, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." I go, stuff's like stuff. He leans to the sour side. I go, "But he has made some farmhouse ales," and I told him about the Insulata. I was like, "Fuck!" And that beer was fucking good.
Yeah.
It's just based on the title, it sounds wild.
Yeah, it was Italian garden flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was brewed on. It was conditioned on cucumber, tomato. It had
Basil, a little feta.
had salt.
Yeah.
It almost tasted like a mild like michelada, right?
Yeah.
But without the red color. You know,
Yes.
it was such a good.
I've never
beer.
had a michelada, so
Really?
I'm bougie as fuck, Chuck. Dude, like I don't even like. I've never had one. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm gonna drink a Bloody Mary, or I'm gonna drink beer, or I'm gonna do other stuff. I have had that once. So I went actually the same trip that I got wasted in Seattle.
Until I met Chuck, I maybe had 4 of them in my entire life. Since I
Thank you,
met
brother.
Chuck, I've probably had about 40.
Right, because mine are good.
that trip that I got like hammered in Seattle, at the same trip, I also went up to Whistler and like linked up with my uncle and stuff because they were up there because he used to build the bike park in Whistler, DC. And so like we showed up, we went out to the bar, we were drinking, whatever, and then went back to his little apartment. And he was like, "Oh man, have you ever had?" And he did like a clamato and beer thing with like pickled green beans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, one, I still don't like really. I a little bit like mussels and other stuff, but I don't really fuck with clams that much. So I'm like, bro, you give me a clam juice, tomato juice, beer, and pickled green beans. You know? And he's like, it's good. And I was like, I'm gonna drink it because I have to, because I feel obligated. And in Canada, after dark, it's like porno on the TV. So I'm like, we're watching these people smash. I guess I'm gonna drink this.
Man,
Yeah, see, I don't make my micheladas with clamato, and a lot of people do, but I don't. Like, I don't go that route because I don't. First of all, I think if you drink clamato, you really don't taste any clam anyway, so it's just kind of a waste.
You don't really, but it's just the idea. It's
right. Yeah, it doesn't make like I used to drink like
I
when
make actual Bloody Marys. I put clam juice in.
when my jaw was wired shut.
Different kinds.
When my jaw was wired shut, I used to drink beef amato.
a what?
Beef amato. It's made by the same company that
But
makes
it's beef,
clamato,
like bone
but it's
broth?
got beef broth. And like, so when my jaw was wired shut, because I got fucking a Dr. Martin on one side of it, and it got all fucked up. I had
That'll fucking happen, Chuck.
yeah, it sometimes that shit goes down. But I had I found beef amato was something that was pretty doable with that.
See, I could deal with that.
When-
It's just something
when
about
you
like clam juices.
When you add beef broth to a Bloody Mary, it's called a Bloody Bull.
Mhm.
When you put beef broth in it.
So, but like clam juice, dude, isn't that just like mollusk piss? Like it's
What?
mollusk piss, is it not?
Clam juice?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well,
No,
clams are mollusks, right? Like so, like mussels, clams, oysters.
I don't know.
I feel like
It
that's what it
tastes
is,
good
bro.
Bloody Marys, man.
It tastes good of Bloody Mary. I just like Bloody Marys to be like spicy
Oysters,
shit.
clams, fucking. I put fucking.
Worcestershire, a little
I
Tabasco.
don't think there's a seafood fucking on this earth that I haven't tried to shove in a fucking Bloody Mary.
Have you seen the wild ones where they got like fried soft shell crabs, whole rotisserie chickens?
That's what I do. Look at the Inebriation website. You'll see all kind of fucking. There's one.
He's got fucking octopus and fucking
Yeah, I've seen some of them. But like,
chicharron and fucking all kinds of shit coming out of his fucking
Splatterhead went
Bloody
to the
Marys.
Stars of Craft Beer 7, right? So we're on our way home. We stop at White Castle, and that turns into this whole charade at the Beastie Boys song.
Right, because I fucking went into White Castle and I ordered fries, and the fucking chick looks at me and goes, "What size?" I'm like, "Fuck you." What do you mean, what size? Fucking White Castle fries only come in one size. And she looked at me like I had two fucking heads.
You can get the stack of fries.
She's like, no, they're small, medium, large. I'm like, no,
not
one
original.
fucking size.
Look,
Everything comes in one box. That's
This is
it.
coming from a very trusted source. The
Yeah.
White Castle fries only come in one
Fucking
size.
White Castle fries only come in one size. Don't
This
fuck
isn't
with me.
crystals, you dumb-
And then I'm like, what? I'm like, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? She's like, no. I'm like, fucking Beastie Boys. She's like, I'm like, fuck, give me my fucking fries. Jesus Christ.
He's this, man.
Just gotta be, they
Give me
were
my
like
fucking
little
case
yachty
of fucking
boys.
burgers, my fucking case
I
of burgers,
put a
and my
case of
fries.
Burgers.
Case
Those
of burgers.
fucking Sunday morning when I wake up, I start making Bloody Marys. I got a picture on there with like a Bloody Mary with like fucking 4 White Castles hanging out of it.
Ah.
I would fuck with that. Those little sliders, I will say they're not delicious, but when you're drunk or hungover, they're pretty good, man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
fuck, can't beat it.
They're like crystals, because
I mean-
crystals is essentially White's Castle
Yeah,
as well.
I mean,
It's
you
the
know.
only time I've ever eaten White Castle.
can't get down to like white manna every day, so you know,
I'm drunk.
you got to deal with them. You know,
Mhm.
All right, we've got, we have J Long from the Black Hole official podcast, the Black Hole Unleashed, is joining us this evening.
Okay.
He's got some beers and shit that he wants to drink too. So
All right.
there's their cool logo. I've been actually been a guest on the show twice, which was a guest on the show once, and then the second time I think I just kind of fucking took over as like third co-host or whatever. But
Weird. I wonder how that happens.
I know, how does that happen? Mikey Bones.
Hey, welcome to the show, guys. I don't know if you know me, but I'm Mikey. And, my way in here so I can
there they
drunk and
are.
watching these guys.
Jay Long, what's happening?
What's going on, guys? I am catching up here. I'm catching up. You guys sound like you're having a damn good time, and
Sure.
I'm just now getting in on it, man. And how did Chuck become the third host on the show? Easy. Chuck never shuts the fuck up. So, we just have to let him talk.
That's right.
I didn't have a choice. He didn't run it by me. He just started
He must be
talking.
a
So.
Raiders fan.
Just jumped in and was having a good time. That's it.
Nah, he's a great co-host and everything on that, Chuck. So thanks for having me, man. What's everybody sipping on?
Yeah.
You want to start, Charlie?
You want me to start? I'm just fucking opening a beer right
I'm
now.
drinking a good Jersey beer here, man.
All right,
What is
go
that?
ahead. You go, Groby.
I'm drinking a Polyphonic by Ashton Brewing Company
And he was
in
even
Middlesex, New Jersey. It's a Pilsner, 5.4.
Frank, you would have been better.
Nothing spectacular. I got the spectacular beer in a little while.
Ooh, la la.
He tells us
Secrets
he's
of
ending
entry.
with a bang tonight. So,
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. What about you, Chucky? What you got?
well, I'm pouring this nice beverage into my glass right now.
Oh, tell us more about it.
Yeah, you guys are gonna
Describe the
appreciate
pour.
this.
Are you
This
making a
is another
stout?
beer. This is another beer that I got in Lancaster at Springhouse Brewing Company. And check this shit out right here. This is a stack,
Oh shit!
a
pancake
stack of
beer?
hotcakes.
Nice.
Oh, I've actually there's I want to say it's in Portland. It might be Seattle, but there's a brewery out there that does like a pancake beer. It's amazing, dude. Tell me how this is.
This is pancake
Stack of-
stout.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Nice.
8.6 alcohols.
Okay.
It's literally brewed with fucking pancakes and maple syrup. And it's a stout. It's definitely a stout, nice and fucking black, creamy
Oh yeah.
head.
Yeah.
But when you take a sip of this thing, you can taste the pancakes, not just the syrup. Like,
I should not. I've like I said, there's
You gotta chew it. You gotta chew it.
it's so good.
You can taste the
Perfect,
Get a
perfect
bacon
with
beer.
breakfast,
Bob's
man.
Rum.
Perfect with breakfast.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, I'm about to open another one
You
from
got
the
there, Tim.
Separatist Beer Project.
Nice.
Shiraya, which is, let me just say what this is on here. It's a double dry hop Shiraya. Shiraya is something that's tropical and hazy, and it is brewed with pineapple, coconut, and lactose.
Holy shit!
more lactose. Yay!
Lactose.
All right.
Lactose. All right.
You're gonna have dream diarrhea tonight. Nice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, lucky you guys.
How was it, bud?
So
How's that
Wow.
lactose? How's that lactose?
This is pretty damn good. This is tasty.
Right on, man. So, Jay Long, I'm actually clearing out a bunch of wine that I have.
Oh, okay.
Switch to bourbon in a second because I got
Someone's
a bottle of
classy.
bourbon with my name on it. But so I'm sipping on a Chablis right now.
Oh.
Yeah, he
it's a-
busted down a bunch of Ginzo Red before.
Yeah. I got a little Costa Juve in Italy. Where's that at? It's from Italy. I don't know Italian, but I read it out loud like I did. It was pretty impressive. So, anyways, so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting wine toasty, which I feel like wine drunk for most people, especially for me, is like this very mellow. Like I'm feeling cool, until I don't. It's usually the next day.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So what
that
are you
wine
drinking,
hit
Ed?
it.
I see you got a little brown booze on you there.
Yeah, I actually have two different things, man.
You're
First,
mixing it, huh? Brave.
well, yeah, well, I'm just gonna sip on the other one, man. So I got an old fashioned going on right here, but it's with this is called I think it's French. I think it's Breen. But so the French are not normally known for their whiskeys, of course. It's more.
I don't think I've ever heard of a French whiskey.
Yeah, this is a single malt whiskey. I actually, my wife and I discovered this whenever we went to Paris a while back. And this single malt whiskey, the reason it stood out, the reason I looked for it when I got back here to the States, is that it won a ton of awards, including, I think, Whiskey Magazine's Whiskey of the Year, I think in 2017, I believe. But it is incredibly smooth. It's incredibly, very, very delicious on the palate. It's got like vanilla tones and things like that. So it's very, I mean, you could put it, the mouthfeel. Mouthfeel. Yeah. I mean, it's super delicious just to sip on by itself, but I like to throw it in an old fashioned and really kick it off there. So the other thing I got that I'm going to open here in a bit is Thomas Hardy's Ale, which this is not Tom Hardy, the actor. This is the Tom Hardy, the English author from way back in the day. So this is, not like a lager or anything. This is more kind of like a brandy wine.
Who brews it?
I think it's Thomas Hardy. Yeah, I think that's the actual name of the company. I believe. And this is their 50th golden anniversary. So I think they started brewing in 68. And so they put this out a couple of years ago. And it's Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy's Ale, I think, is the company overall. And this is their this is their brandy wine. So I'm going to open this in just a little bit, but found this bad boy here. And so, it's
He's
good.
coming. J Long is coming with like the special shit, man.
Hey,
French whiskey.
Hey,
and
I like
Thomas
it.
Hardy
Old
ale.
fashioned, and you're bringing a brandy wine in. You're gonna be sideways fast.
Wow.
He's gonna be having fun with us. Fit right in.
Your wife and my wife are gonna want to start a
Exactly, man. And then you and I can go shopping for scarves and everything, Mikey, and we'll become French. Get some pointed shoes, run around.
Yeah, that part's probably we can hang out, but the rest of that's not going to happen.
Right.
So tell us about the podcast, man. Because you have a background from what, radio and other stuff.
Yeah. Got a background in radio and television and everything. I've had a number of radio shows over the years. Covering everything from general sports to mixed martial arts, and
now look at you.
And now look at
on
me.
this fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah,
with
be
the
like
Neighbor
me,
Nation.
kids. Be like me, kids. But the beginning of this year, we met up with Black Hole Rob and Cisco Kid and these guys who kind of head up the Black Hole as far as the organization is concerned for the Raiders official fan base and everything, and we got to kick it around.
Raiders, if you don't mind explaining.
What's that?
Who are the Raiders?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
shut
a turncoat
the fuck
team.
up, Mikey.
All right, they're a turncoat team from California. Now, once we started getting the stadium built here in Vegas, things kind of, people had to choose allegiances and everything else. So, which was really funny to watch, but. It's been really fun to watch a city that, when I moved here almost 7 years ago, there were no pro sports teams, and now the Vegas Golden Knights, we have the Raiders, we have minor league hockey, we're looking at NBA, we're looking at MLB, soccer, all kinds of stuff. So it's been a really amazing run to watch the city go from nothing to all of a sudden it's a sports town, it's a sports city, it's a real destination beyond the gambling tables and cocaine and hookers that we're known for.
We enjoy all of those things, allegedly.
We as long as you're a consenting adult, we are happy to oblige 24/7.
Allegedly. We like those things. Allegedly.
So
she didn't look like a cop. Did she?
I heard because I'm not at all even a little bit of a fan of the Raiders, but
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
as
You are a little bit.
I'm not.
Because-
I'm not as
because
hateful anymore.
because you fucking hate the fucking Chargers now. So,
Yeah. So I'm not as
so
hateful anymore. But I
That's
did. I
right.
did read a thing earlier this week actually that apparently Mark Davis bought that WNBA team out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
and the Aces.
They're
We
really
have the
putting their
Aces.
foot down and like, hey, we're gonna establish a little bit.
Oh yeah, man, and they have hit the city running as far as the Raiders and the Vegas Golden Knights. Bill Foley, the guy who owns the Vegas Golden Knights.
They didn't start off rough, dude. They came in hot.
No, he came in. They came in with a plan, man. And honestly, the NHL studied them, saw how much success
Won the
they
cup.
had.
Did they win the Stanley Cup?
No,
They went to the finals. They
They
went to
went
the finals in their first year.
Yeah.
well, the Raiders came in with a plan too. I mean, didn't quite. The plan sucked, but they had a plan.
Well, I think it's really
They're like-
so far this year they finished 500.
They're like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
try
right,
to be
yeah.
runner up to Patrick Mahomes.
I think there's a difference though. The Vegas Golden Knights were created. It started here. It
Right.
begins and ends the history here in the city. The Raiders we got from somewhere else. So there's all kinds of fans and all kinds of history and Al Davis and his family and Al Davis versus the NFL, which is a really good documentary that's out now. About that whole history between the team and the owner and the NFL and all that. So it's a little bit different starting from scratch, whereas opposed to a team just relocating.
Right.
So and then go ahead.
I was gonna say they had a so I didn't realize this realistically. So when expansion pops up, they get to draft from teams. So
Yeah.
they were able to say, hey, every team in NHL, you pick a quality player that you're willing to move over, and then they run the draft after. So they came in with seasoned veterans, and they legitimately had, like, if you look on paper, their roster, a solid team, which is great.
Well, that's how the Sharks started back in the day too. But
Yeah, well, fuck
but
those
they
guys.
didn't grab the right players.
Yeah, nobody gives
So
And that's what it is. And that was the crazy thing is that they called him they called that first team the Golden Misfits, just because they were good average players, but all of them seemingly had above average years.
Those boys came in with a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, they came in because their teams let them dangle out there.
Well, I'm gonna show you. And
Most of them didn't want to necessarily. They won't say it now. They didn't want to necessarily come to Vegas. They were still looking at the team down the road, Arizona Coyotes, and the bullshit they've been through over the years since they were the expansion team, and they saw how the attendance was just never there, and the team has always kind of petered on being really crappy, and that's what they thought our team was going to be. And so when the team got together and rose above that and everything else, and then once you factor in the stuff that happened on October 1st with that mass shooting that happened here, it really galvanized the city unlike anything else I've ever seen. And I was around in Houston for the creation of the Texans back in the day. But I've never seen anything like that. A city really embraced the Golden Knights because they had that thing to kind of rally around that tragedy that hit the city and everything. And it's and then the success on top of that, it's really crazy to think that in the desert here, Vegas is a pro hockey team first.
right.
It's really
yeah,
amazing.
it's fucking weird. There's like literally hockey in fucking the desert.
Well, there's also
Arizona,
hockey in
Vegas,
Anaheim,
fucking
Los Angeles,
Yeah.
San Diego, San Jose. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's
So,
crazy.
I mean, it makes sense that at some point, Las Vegas, the place where your shoes will stick to the street, is going to have hockey as well.
Dude,
But
the place where you need fucking Gold Bond in like March.
right.
We don't have to pull that shit out here until like July.
Yeah, I got the
Like-
spray cans. I got all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
I go out to Vegas in like March. Like when I used to tour, we'd go through Vegas and we'd always do the dumbest thing ever, like as a band, and like let's have a night off in Vegas. Like that's a great way to keep your fucking money that you've made for the like last. But like And I would end up spending like whatever change I had left at the end of the night on fucking Gold Bond because I'm dying.
I will say this. So you guys being Raiders fans, the like the black hole and the Raiders Nation and that whole vibe, like that's something that has transcended like a specific location, right? Because the Raiders were in Oakland and they were in LA for a very, very long time. They went back to Oakland for a very, very long time, and now they're in Vegas. And there's a lot of people that are going to have butthurt feelings in general, but for the most part, like that tribe or whatever of fucking Raiders fans goes because there's Raiders fans everywhere.
But it's global. It's global.
You know what I mean? You don't see like when I was growing up and like when I moved away from home and I moved to other places, it was so rare to run into Chargers. You know what I mean? They were only insane, and everybody talks all this shit like, oh, look, they're not even at the stadium. I'm like, bitch, because it's cheaper to get tickets there. So everybody from LA drives down. Plus, it's a military town. Plus, also there's like all these different like circumstantial or contextual things.
That's all those excuses, bro. I get it.
Whatever, you can say what you want to say.
As far as the Raiders
Chargers still have a better record.
I go back to like 1974, and no matter where they go, I always refer to them as the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah,
they were in LA. They were in LA. I always call them the Raiders.
Well, the fact that people stick with it, right? Because
I even typed that shit on Twitter. I put the Oakland Raiders.
Right, but they were never like a fucked
People
up.
Get pissed. I'm like, fuck you.
We're gonna do what's best for the team or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but people like follow because there are fans that never lived in California, never lived in Oakland, never lived in LA.
That's a pretty amazing thing. Is that when I grew up? Honestly, I grew up in Texas. I grew up a Cowboys fan. Just from history, with my dad and grandpa and stuff like that, they were Cowboys fans and stuff. So you kind of just inherit some things. But, once we started getting ingrained with the black hole and everything, Chuck can attest, we feature a different chapter almost every single week of the show. And we've, talked to chapters in Germany. We've got chapters that check in every single week from Mexico City. They're everywhere. Just the reach of the Raiders fan base is something it blew me out of the water because not only do they follow the team, but they're so passionate about their team. They know the history. They know the players. They're not shy. I mean, I don't know if you ever met Raiders fans. They're not shy about voicing their opinion about what they like and what they don't like.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? It's a shock.
We don't say nothing.
But I mean, just the reach of the fan base and just how passionate they are about their team. And it goes back decades. It goes back to their parents and stuff like that. It's insane, and it's something that's been really fun to be indoctrinated into and be, and Chuck and these guys, Raider Homer and Rob and Cisco and all the guys and girls, we've already been asked to officiate weddings, and we're happily going to do it, So, it's crazy to be a part of it, and we're really honored to do it and bring a fun show like you guys do every single week.
Yeah, dude, it's a great show. I love it. I love it. It's a fun show. You guys have great guests on, and it's not always Raiders either, which is cool. I appreciate that. I like that you have, former players from other teams on, especially rival teams, and that that's because there's a million there's a million plus Raiders podcasts out there, and some of them are really good.
Some of them are dog shit.
Some of them are dog shit.
Right. You're right.
And it's like, but trying to fit into that space. And do something different at the same time is tough. I mean, I tried it for a long time. We had a Raiders podcast, and we were pretty successful with it, but we just got to a point to where we said, I just don't want to be another Raiders podcast. That's not what I'm here for. And the original theme of the show has kind of gone to the wayside. So let's just focus on Inebrination, and it doesn't, we can talk football. We can talk anything we want on this show.
And I might add, we weren't stat based. You get a lot of podcasts. They're throwing out stats, this and that. We were just like, wow, this fucking jerk off throws for 200 yards.
We were the Inebrination Raiders podcast.
Everything rounded up and shit.
Yeah, and neither are we. You know,
but we were almost dead on with the draft.
Right.
Almost dead on.
Yeah, we you know, we from the very beginning we never wanted to be a stat-based show because you know there's a million of those already.
Right.
It's more personality driven. It's more this stuff right here. It's exactly what you guys are doing now. It's just chopping it up, sharing stories, having former players on. We've had you know, the former UFC champion Forrest Griffin on, you know, guys like that, and it's just, you know, it's just popping tops and telling stories, and it just happens to be based around the Raiders, and we have a good time doing it. And of course, you know, we pay homage to that every show, but you know, trying to fit into like Chuck was saying, fit into a box every single time, it gets old. It gets, you know, formulaic. You can't, you know, you just can't do it. You get bored hosting it. People get bored watching it. So, you know, you might as well come in. And
somebody asked me once, why should I listen to the Fan Club Blitz? I said, we make shit up better than anybody else does.
Right.
Well,
you don't know what's true and what's not true.
Exactly.
I think you guys should like get into a drunk news story, and then I'm still going to send you one to read, Jay Long, before we end the night.
All right, I'll do one because I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break and refresh.
Well, I'm gonna go get my cocktail. I got to go get my cocktail fixing so I can mix up my cocktail on the show.
I'm gonna pour up some bourbon after I read the story, and probably hit the bottom.
Here, I did actually pour the Thomas Hardy's here. I didn't want to get too much warmer.
We need to know that. You know.
Well, first, here's the look of it. I mean, it's
it definitely looks like a barley wine, bud.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's nice and dark. Smells great.
Mm.
Can I make noises on the show just like that?
I just did.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. It's more, you know, it's definitely a brandy wine. Definitely fruit flavors all mixed in there. I'm not sure what kind of fruits they use, but I could taste them.
What was the ABV on that again? How many alcohols?
13.
13 alcohols. Yeah, that's a solid brandy wine, my friend.
Yeah, 13%. So there you go.
I guarantee you got
a
some
lot of alcohol.
Yes, many alcohols.
Yeah,
you got some raisins, maybe some dried currant.
Yeah, whatever kind of weird shit in England they throw in this stuff.
I just cracked a new one.
What do you got?
What's that?
I got a Barnegat Lager.
Another lager.
Nice. This clocks in at 6.3.
Nice.
And fucking Ship Bottom is my favorite brewery in the state of New Jersey.
Nice.
On Long Beach Island, they make killer shit. You know, we had the owner on the show before. Fucking guy imparted some knowledge to me in Splatterhead. So, and
you guys need to tag these breweries in your show, man.
Oh yeah,
we were actually talking about that earlier, dude.
Oh really?
We should absolutely start doing that.
See,
but Chuck stepped away.
I tag all these breweries on Instagram.
I don't know how to. I don't have the access.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would definitely do that just because it's like, oh, you just said a name. I'm gonna hashtag it or something.
Yeah, man. These breweries, you know, the bigger ones, the Sam Adams and people like that of the world, they could care less. They're multi-million-dollar businesses. But these smaller breweries that, you know, are more local and kind of regional, man, they love that. They love when you're sharing their stuff.
We've had a lot of breweries on the show.
Nice.
I mean, breweries from Pennsylvania, New York State, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Jersey, Delaware, and we had breweries doing beer fest, you know, and just getting these guys on the show. The last one we did was the Oktoberfest, and
nice.
Shit, man, we probably had 10 different breweries on there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
All right, so. You're getting many texts, but So this one is. Oh, can you see the photo?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this drunken story is called "Man Gets Drunk from Eating Cake." It's a rare condition.
Talking about drunk from eating cake.
Dude, I tell you what, this would be a shitty situation, dude. So Nick Carson gets blind drunk after eating cake due to a rare condition called autobrewery syndrome, ABS. Now, I've actually heard about this. I'm going to take a break from actually reading the story. I've heard about this where if you eat carbohydrates and stuff like that, you have some sort of shit in your gut that ferments it, right? So you basically do your own brewing process and ferment those starches and carbohydrates that turn into sugars, and then it ferments into alcohol.
Fucking lucky.
Right? That's wild. So all you got to, Renee, all you got to do is eat cookies. And you
Exactly. Like, really? I'm going to eat a cookie and I'm going to get drunk at the same time? Like, that's like, I think that's heaven, basically.
Maybe,
I'm pretty sure.
unless they like you show up to work like at a real job, and they're like, "What the fuck, dude?" You're like, "I had a sandwich. Give me a break."
All right.
So, anyway, so his body ferments carbohydrates and turns it into alcohol. Blah blah blah. It's gonna say the same thing over again. A man gets drunk when he eats cakes, as his body ferments carbohydrates and turns them into alcohol due to a rare condition. Nick Carson, 62, from Lowestoft in Suffolk, suffers from a disorder called autobrewery syndrome, ABS, which means that he can get drunk without consuming a single drop of alcohol. It may sound pretty fun. However, the condition can be scary as eating. I can't even read it. Like, it can be
You couldn't
scary
even finish the
cake.
sentence.
As eating a cake can leave Nick 3 times over the legal.
All right, I'm going to pull a Kanye West here and say, I'm going to let you finish, y'all, what you're going to say. But we actually read this exact same story like last year on this podcast.
Did you?
Yes, the exact same.
Yeah. Well, no. Was it this guy?
What?
Was it this guy or was it another one? Because that's
It was the exact same story you're
Oh,
reading.
was it? Okay,
Yeah.
well then fuck it. I'm not gonna support Kanye West, but I will.
Is there a link on the story?
I'm like, wait a
Well, 'cause
minute.
I remember there's been a couple stories like that. So like I remember there's a one. I thought I heard it from you guys actually, where it was like a similar thing, but I don't know that it was in England. I thought it was somewhere else.
No, it was in England. Ask Chuck.
Hmm.
Right?
The English guy with the oh, he's got to get.
You all right? Yeah.
Chuck, the English guy with the gets drunk off his food. Was that in England or was that somewhere else?
I don't know. I think I just sent that one to Jeremy to read.
No, you sent me a different one.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank God.
Remember the one we read where you could eat like bread and the people?
Yeah, it's the same. It's
Right.
the same.
It's
Same
the same-
situation, different article.
People.
Oh, it was a different one?
Yeah,
I think so. I remember listening to that one. I think
Okay.
yeah.
doesn't matter either way, dude. Homeboy gets fucking wasted off a cake.
Exactly. That's what we said.
I'm
Fuck,
excited.
I'll buy a cake and get all fucking loaded.
I'll say it every year. I'm jealous of anybody that can do that. So,
Right?
you know.
made a nothing.
Next year, read the story again, and I'll still be jealous. It's like it's gonna. So just as many times as you want to read this story, it's just gonna make me jealous.
Sweet. All right, well, I'm gonna go get some whiskey. I'll see you.
All right.
Who wants to read a story next?
I got one here.
I got one.
It's a great headline. Check this out. Drunk Florida man kicked out of library, told cops he was Jason Bourne.
Well, have we confirmed that it wasn't Jason Bourne?
Right.
Well, we're looking into this here.
We could tell you, but then we'd have to kill you.
Yes.
So you know.
A drunk
guess it-
Florida man wasn't born with the identity he allegedly gave police. Boo.
See what they did there.
Yeah. After he was kicked out of the Barbara S. Ponce Public Library in Pinella Park for causing a disturbance, the man identified himself to police as Jason Bourne, the fictional super spy created by author Robert Ludlum and portrayed in the movies by Matt Damon. Police eventually identified the inebriated man, 45-year-old Jonathan William Chapman, the station reported. You know, I mean, his name deserves to be out there. Anybody like brave enough to tell the cops or stupid enough to tell the cops that he's Jason Bourne? You know, there's nothing here. Oh, he also gave them a fake social security number. He was arrested on a misdemeanor charge of resisting arrest without violence. But there's our friend.
In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
Jason,
You're going to give
Jason
him a
Bourne.
fake name, then go ahead and give him a fake social, fake driver's license.
Yeah.
Everything you can.
Florida man, we're just grateful that Florida man is always up to something.
Florida man's always doing something crazy.
Florida man is
Well, that's
always
what-
in trouble. He's
that's what
always, you know.
I started Googling drunk Florida man to find the news.
we
A lot
had
of these things
That's
pop up.
really what you got to
We
do.
had a
Once
good
you are
one.
in Florida, so much more comes up.
we had a good one on our website, on our Facebook page. Actually, it should be on our website, but it's
Should
on our
be.
Facebook page.
Should be.
But I haven't found the article, so it was only a video. But it was the dude who called 911 to report himself for drunk driving. He called 911 and he said, "I'm drunk and I shouldn't be driving." And he was facing head-on traffic.
I mean, he technically did the right
And like
thing.
he technically did the right thing. And then what kills me is that when they said, "Well, stay where you are," and the police came, but then they tacked on fucking tickets for like not wearing a seatbelt and fucking everything. Like, dude, the guy did the right like he did the wrong thing first, but at least like he did fucking pull over and say, "I shouldn't be doing this," you know.
I better call somebody.
If he was drunk enough to call them, would they think he was sober enough to put on a seatbelt? Like,
Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
that's just mean.
No
Yeah,
good
that's
deed
mean, right?
goes unpunished, man. No good deed.
Exactly. Terrible.
So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm
What
going
you
to
gonna
I'm going to make a cocktail. I'm going to make a Vodka Cran Martini. So
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. You have my attention.
I have my shaker filled with ice. Okay. And I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of vodka.
What kind of vodka?
1.5.
Fucking vodka.
That's the best kind of vodka. The
This
fucking
is like-
vodka is the best kind.
This is Pinnacle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
I
if
approve. It's all right.
No, if I'm mixing stuff up, like, I don't really care. Now, here's my secret ingredient, though.
Here it is.
So, for my vodka cran, I'm not going to use cranberry juice. Where is
That's
it?
the reaction you were going for, right? From me and the rest of the audience.
So, this is soaked cranberry wine.
Okay, I've been hearing about it.
Wine is a mixer for vodka.
So, if you don't want to dilute your fucking drink with juice, and this, I could replace this in your refrigerator and tell you it was ocean spray as you drank it, and you wouldn't argue.
I wouldn't
with
know
me.
the difference.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't taste the alcohol.
So
I don't
I'm
taste
gonna
the alcohol.
I'm actually gonna do 3 ounces of the
Me and
wine.
Tim got to drink some of that. We were
Okay.
It was pretty good.
It was good. Yeah.
I'm gonna do. So I did 3 ounces of the wine, 1.5 ounces of the vodka, 3 ounces of the wine, and then because it's a martini, I'm gonna do 1.5 of dry vermouth because it's a goddamn martini. Gotta have some vermouth in there, right?
Goddamn, you're a classy guy.
The person that always makes me martinis doesn't put any fucking vermouth in there.
And I'm gonna add
19 shots of
Maggie
fucking
Bones with-
vodka.
and I'm gonna look. So I watch Bar Rescue. So you gotta put on a
gotta
show.
show it.
while
You
you're
gotta work
shaking
it.
this shit up, right?
You got to show us your guns when you do
There you
it.
go. You got to do it like the Vegas bartenders, man.
I gotta take off my shirt and all
Yeah.
that.
You gotta drip them down.
You got to do it like
down,
Vegas, man.
relax.
You got to get the whole body into it.
I got my martini glass.
Right now, your tip is like 12 cents.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
Just the tip.
Just
You
Just
haven't
the
tried
tip.
my drink yet.
Again, I feel Chuck. I'm just saying it out loud. I feel like that might have been a bit much on the vermouth, but I'm excited to hear what you say.
No, I tried this. I tested this out a couple of
Oh, did you?
times. Yeah.
Shit.
So
Stepping our game up, actually testing stuff beforehand.
you know what it is because the cranberry flavor from the wine, from the cranberry wine, is just perfect. So
How many alcohols are in that?
How many alcohols? A lot. There's like
It's a good drink when you stop counting the alcohols.
There's like 40 from the vodka, and there's like 11 from the wine, and
You're
then
up to, like,
whatever's in the
80
vermouth.
alcohol.
So
Didn't we talk about 80 alcohols?
there's a lot of alcohol.
That's 80 alcohols.
That's a lot of alcohols.
No, I'm glad it turned out good, dude.
No, it came out great. I tested it out with sweet vermouth.
No, yeah, you don't want that.
Changed up, yeah, because the cranberries, like I used a little bit less cranberry earlier and less vermouth. This I found was like the perfect fucking blend,
Very
and
good.
the
You mean-
mouth.
you don't want it too
Let me
sweet.
tell you.
All right, so I'm about to pour. I got a little bit of rocks of ice, a little bit of bottle of whiskey. So I'm not gonna go.
Local whiskey.
This is the Jefferson's Ocean. It's aged at sea.
It's aged at sea.
It's,
Oh, no. Yeah, I heard about. I heard about.
They take it on the boat.
I heard about the shit they did in Key West. They
40
took this.
No, we're not supposed to talk about the shit they do in Key
wrapped
West.
it like a fishing boat.
Your camera hug.
it's 45 alcohols.
Wow. Driven around the ocean and got all the fucking ocean spray on the barrels.
They get all year long. They just fucking cruise around in the sea.
Yeah.
What do they do? They just tie it to a buoy.
No, dude, I feel like they
It's the end of the year.
have them on.
Like
It's
in
a
the front of a
shipping
fishing
boat.
boat.
Look at that! Look at that! That's like a shipping or fishing vessel. You know what I mean? Like the deep sea fishing where they drop the cages and the cranes and shit.
Yep.
And then they just they just cruise around with the barrels because it soaks up a little bit of that salty sea and whatever. But dude, I'll tell you what, like it's not the cheapest booze on the planet, but it's delicious if you get it. And since I got it as a gift, I'm gonna drink it. And I'm actually gonna be like conservative. So normally I'll pour like a whole entire gigantic cup of whiskey. But
Yeah, dude, the first show Mikey was on,
You're being dignified.
He was just like
That's like the
he was
dignified
he was
man.
in the chat room, but he was like mad because he kept trying to talk back to us.
I wasn't mad. I was just it was weird because I would respond. You'd be like, "Oh, Mikey, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude." Oh fuck.
He's
man.
like, "Oh fuck, they can't hear me." So I brought him. So I
Daughter's
brought him
looking at me
in.
like
I
I'm-
was like, "Fuck it, come on in, Mike. Here's the link." And he showed up with like that glass, like filled to the rim with bourbon. And I'm like, "All right."
What is it? You want like 2 fingers worth, right? That's like
And
the
every-
gentleman's
I got-
drink, you know?
Look, I'm like certified. PTSD.
You're
and stuff. I
certified,
drink,
all right.
Like a lot.
Yeah, 2 Andre.
So, and it's not like a bad. It's not a bad thing. It's self medication, but not in a bad way. I've never missed work. I've not beat any of my family. You know, so like it's okay. I do occasionally drink entire pints of alcohol.
Sure.
Those are rookie numbers, man. You got to get those numbers up. You never missed work. Get out.
Oh no! You know what's funny though? It's like the most embarrassing times are always times when I'm with friends, right? So, like we joke a lot about me getting hammered in Seattle, but like for sure I was way drunk. But I was absolutely probably the drunkest kid in the room. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you were that guy.
Oh, in Seattle?
yeah, no, we're fans. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But you got to ride in a limo and shit, so it was cool.
That's
Like-
true. And I did ask permission. Like, can
Yeah.
you guys drive my rental car, pretty please, so that I can go in the limousine?
Yeah.
And get
because we were assholes because we were like just Los Gatos Locos, right? Like we don't ride in
One of the best bands ever, by the way.
we don't ride in limos, right? but like Mooney's tenant like was a limo driver, so he was like, and it was Mooney's birthday, so he's like, fucking dude, drive us around in the limo. So not only like, so we pulled up to the venue, like trying to look like rock stars, like trying to be all cool in a limo. But then like the whole thing like fucking went to shit when we started unloading our drums and fucking gear out of the trunk. Like, cause that's not what bands that ride in limos do.
No.
Where's the roadie?
I know when the Blanks would tour, you know, we would pull up in our limo.
Right. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
You know, and then we'd have the hired help.
Yeah.
Unload the truck and you know the tour bus, because we showed up in a limo, but we left on the tour bus because we like to keep it real.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we want to make sure.
Yeah. Well, the funniest thing is like we were in the limo like riding through fucking Seattle, all fucking hammered. We went to like 5 Points and got all fucked up. No, this was before we even ran into you.
No, I know, but you guys
this
showed
was before the show, and we're like, and I fucking somebody in the fucking back's like, pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon? And fucking limo driver dude's like, of course. And fucking reaches into the glove box and like whips out the fucking Grey Poupon. We're like,
pardon me, do you have any Canadian Club?
Yeah.
Black Velvet. It was
But
Black Velvet.
it was fun, but you were definitely
I was drunk.
top
Like,
notch.
so I was drunk before.
Top notch, dude.
I was drunk beforehand, and then I got like
you were.
even more drunk at the venue. And then when we got in the limo, then there was I want to say it was Black Velvet.
No, it was Crown Royal.
No, was it?
It was Crown Royal, dude.
That's even nicer.
Yeah, because it was Mooney. It was Mooney, so it was Crown Royal.
That's gonna church up my my story a little bit. That makes it sound
there was no Black Velvet being consumed.
Oh, dude, I could have swore in my brain, which isn't the strongest.
No, yeah, it was Crown Royal in the purple bag and everything. It was because that's me.
Yeah, we drank a bunch of Canadian whiskey on the way over, and then we got to Mooney's house, and everybody was having a good time, and I was fucking.
Oh, dude, you puked all over the fucking the plants and shrubs. It was great.
It's too much, dude. Like it was too bad. Like it is what it is, man. Like I flew all the way up there for all that. It was absolutely worth it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't matter.
Well, how often you get to see Barnyard Ballers, Los Gatos Locos? Like
yeah. Like I flew up there. My friends linked up with me. I get to link up and fucking.
And it was a great show. I don't know if you remember the show, but the show was great.
I do remember the show. 100%. You know what I remember hardcore about that place is they sold Sparks.
Yeah, they did. They served Sparks there.
Yeah, that venue in Seattle sold Sparks, which if you guys don't remember, this is the Universal Sign Language. And if you want to get fucking wasted on like sour tart booze, that's
right. It was like crack, like the shit they stopped serving. Like you couldn't.
Yeah,
it was against
illegal.
the law to sell it in like the hood.
I drank so much of that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, it's like energy drink plus tastes like sweet tarts and it's malt liquor.
Yeah,
it's like Mickey's or Steel Reserve or
Steel Reserve.
Times
I puked on my friend's rug because of Steel Reserve. That's
the Gongbi, bud. Yeah, no.
It's hard to just like imagine like even like getting that shit down. Like just
not anymore.
Like, no.
When we were all younger, for sure. Like Tim,
Tim,
when you were a wee lad, did you not drink
40s and out on a fucking Friday night? Be fucking hammered, fucking all fucked up.
Fucking Steel Reserve, dude.
Oh, dude, that's
Jesus
so bad.
Christ.
So, did you pour that beer?
Oh yeah, I did. You were away. You went away, man.
Yeah.
This is the actual the wine here. It's nice little brandy wine color.
Nice,
beautiful. Over here, I know the lights kind of dulling it out here because of the camera, but it's got a nice red, goldenish hue to it.
Yeah,
everything, but it tastes delicious. 13 alcohols,
nice.
But
it's a decent amount of alcohols.
Yeah, it's really good, man. It's a good sipping beer. I mean, you're not going to chug this, but it's good if you sit around. Actually, after I leave here, I'm going to build a fire in my backyard. Probably sit around with this and sip on it a little bit. So
Debatable. Like I might try it.
All right.
and also this, I will take this.
Yes,
Yeah,
you'll
my
sip on
fridge.
some of that too.
Yeah.
I'm
not
gonna have to look
chugging
that
down.
up. I got to get some of that.
Absolutely do. I highly recommend it. I don't own stock in it. I should, but it is a beautiful, beautiful whiskey, man. So
I'm gonna have to check that out. I like
Yeah, I'm definitely looking.
oh
that
man,
up.
it tastes so good.
So you wanna
and it's actually it's a note. I actually forgot about that note. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Chuck. There, but so not only in this space are the French not known for their whiskey. I love little details like this, but also the person that owns this is actually a female who used to be a ballerina, and she would travel the world and everything. I think she's actually from the States, but she loved France and Europe and everything so much that
sign me up.
She stayed over there, but she's a former ballerina who hung up she was a professional ballerina, by the way, but she hung up her shoes and opened up a whiskey company, and it's
nice.
Won awards all around the country, man, and it is delicious. So there you go to all the ladies out there who are doing their thing too. I know it's kind of a male-dominated thing, but
here's the lady brewers
and absolutely male-dominated.
And winemakers and meat makers and cider makers. Cheers to the ladies.
The ladies that clean up after us after the shows like this.
No, I don't have any of those in my house.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Laura doesn't clean up after you?
Nah, not a fucking chance. Laura wrapped my fucking head with a cane. Fucking clean this shit up, dude.
That's awesome.
Meanwhile, my
He's
wife's
like, fuck you and your fucking podcast.
my wife's like,
podcast.
What are you in fucking college? This is fucking looks like a fucking. You do a fucking podcast and the fucking house looks like a scene from a bad fucking 80s college movie.
Yeah, no, dude, I shit you not. The last show we did, I like left out because I was like, okay, I'm sufficiently drunk, and so I just left everything on my desk. I went out, ate some food, spent some time with my family, and they were like, "Oh, you're drunk as shit."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Yeah, your eyes aren't even in the same direction." I was like,
I'm perfectly sober.
"Yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine."
I just want to have some ice cream in my bed.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. So like, crash out. Right, I come in the next morning and I look at all of the beers because everything was just sitting out. So it was like cocktails and beers. And I'm like, I don't remember drinking that much like on the show. Like apparently like I was drinking more than I thought.
Like a monster.
Mikey, you're quiet again.
Oh, sorry. I was drinking more than I thought I was.
He doesn't want to get in trouble again. That's what he's being smart.
That actually, you know what, dude? He's probably right. Like
you see, we got a bunch of people on here now.
Just
So like the most part of this podcast, it was like me and Chuck.
Yeah.
And we would drink literally 6 different beers apiece.
Yeah.
And probably since we were brewing that day too, we drank 10 other beers.
Oh. Dude, I have to talk about this beer I got going on right here.
What you got going on there? What's that sass?
This is fucking. So I've been to Fox and Hare a lot because they're 5 blocks away from my house.
That's
what
awesome.
is that? Is that a bar?
Yeah, it's a brewery, brew pub. And I was there yesterday, and actually it was the day before, and I'm sitting in there and I'm like, there's 2 beers on this fucking menu that I've never had before. And they're like, nah, that's no good, dude. I'm like,
that won't stand.
Yeah, I'm like Caught in Darkness. I'm like, what's that all about? So it's a black ale, right? And
whoa.
And so he's like, dude, you're gonna fucking, you've never had that? I'm like, no. He's like, all right. So he pours it, and it's like, it's got this nice creamy fucking head on it, but it's not a stout. It's like a nice light bodied ale. but it's super fucking hop forward. And it's so good.
So it's like a Schwartz beer that's not like lagered, and then it's hoppy.
Yeah, it's really hoppy. It's black as like, you know, it's fucking really
No,
nice.
it's very dark. Like your
And then
stout you had earlier, I feel like was not that dark.
Right. No, it wasn't. And then, so I, you know, I'm talking to there's two partners there that own the place. And then the guy that brews the beer, like, comes up and I'm like, dude, this is really amazing. He's like, what are you drinking? I'm like, it's Caught in Darkness. He's like, oh, he's like, I'm brewing. He goes, I'm brewing that again. He's like, you've got to try that. He's like, cause I know it's really good right now. He's like, but you have to try it when it's fresh. He's like, cause then it's like, it's so fucking bitter and hoppy, and smoky. He's like, he goes, that you're drinking is a few months old. He's like, and it's still really good, but it mellows.
Yeah.
He's like, so when it's fresh, he's like, yeah. He's like, you're going to love it. He's like, but yeah, that's one of my favorite creations. And it's so good. The smokiness and the fucking bitterness are like just spot on.
That's killer.
I fucking, when we went there, I got that crowler of Delaware Rising.
Yeah. That
Rye.
rye IPA.
Yeah, it was like a rye ale.
Oh, that's good.
And that was fucking killer, man.
Yeah.
That fucking blew me away. So
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite style? Like, if you had to pick one style, what would your favorite style? Yeah. Groves, what you got?
lager. It was between lager and pilsner.
Well, a pilsner is a lager, so you won. You won.
Yeah.
It's definitely different.
How about you, D-Tim? What's your favorite style of beer overall?
D-Tem.
What's together?
Edibles or something right now? Like, is there something weird going on that we don't know?
God, I didn't hear you.
I was like, oh my God, did they both die?
Yeah. So you want to know my favorite style, right?
Yeah.
But Mikey's very low for at least for
Yeah.
us. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Am I super
I'm the
low?
one
I'm
doing the
trying,
bomb.
guys. Like, I just got stuff.
He's not low to me. I can hear him.
I just
fine.
got stuff.
hear.
So,
There. That's
okay.
perfect.
All right.
So,
So my favorite style, triples.
Doggy.
really, Belgian
I
triple.
love triples.
They're good and they're boozy.
I could have told you D-Tem is gonna go, Belgian on you.
My favorite Belgian is Le Chouffe.
Really?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's like
They're
a
blonde.
go-to out there, but like I don't like a lot of the Belgian yeast. It's not. I have no issue with Belgian beer. It's just the yeast, like that very floral, like lavender thing that like just. I don't want to eat soap, bro. You know? So
You obviously haven't had your mouth washed out enough times.
I probably did. It was usually punches to the face, but it could have been.
Oh, okay. See, it needs to be soap.
Soap to the face, not fist. Duh. Fucking bad parents. But what about you, Chuck? What's your favorite fucking style of beer?
That's hard, man, because I appreciate all the different styles of beers for their own uniqueness, man. Like, I love juice bombs. Like, I'm a big New England.
Oh, you're that
IPA
juicy guy?
Yeah, I love
You're
it.
a haze
man.
bro?
If they're done right, yeah. But I'm also I love stouts and I love Belgian ales and I love if you can pull off a great fucking Pilsner, I love you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, or like a Helles lager or something like that. Something that's just like
so
very chuckable, very good.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I just love beer.
Same. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be stout. You know what I mean? Like because there's so much range there.
Yeah.
There's so much depth of flavor and everything else. And on top of that, the fact that you can get the alcohols well above that 10 banger.
Well, stouts were always growing up my favorite beers, but
me too.
I don't think man, I just don't think nowadays. I don't think that I love beer so much that I don't think stouts are going to be that one beer. Like, if I could only drink one beer, I don't think I would want it to be stouts. Like,
Well, what do I drink
love
more?
stouts.
I drink more pale ales, IPAs, sessionables, stuff like that. I drink a shit ton of those.
Right, like when it's like
But like,
100
what do I
degrees out,
really like?
I-
If I'm like get excited about a beer, it's gonna be a good solid stout. Like you had the pancake stout, right, bro?
Right.
I'm gonna get excited about that.
right.
You know what I mean? Like that's an exciting beer. But
Yeah.
because and the thing is with like lagers, pilsner,
You
stuff
can't
like that.
do that with a lager. You can't
No,
do
it's
that
and
with
it's so hard to pull off a very good one. You know what I mean? Like a very good one.
Right.
Lagering takes some skills, man. So like that's why I like the Groby's whole theme was like a lager based theme because if they pull it off and they're good beers, then that's a class act. You know what I mean? Because it takes more work to lager.
It does. I mean, lagers and pilsners are made so you can drink 6 or 7.
Or 30, depending on where your weight goes.
And
Right.
they got to be good if you're going to drink that many beers. So to me, I can't drink Budweiser. Makes me sick. I can't drink like Coors Light or anything like. I could drink Coors Banquet, but no other Coors product.
well, fucking Smokey and the Bandit, bro. Can't
But
banquet.
but when I hit the breweries, I'm like, okay, let me see what your lager and pilsner game's like. I mean, everybody's into making the booming stouts and the IPAs with the flavors and everything. Okay, let me see what your
Usually, if you go to one of these brew houses, they got something. They got a lager or something like that you can just.
Yeah, the one I was at Saturday.
Let me
Ashton
taste
Brewing
let me
Company.
taste your cleanest, crispest beer, and then
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
like,
Then you
if
start
that
going down the
sucks,
line.
like if that sucks,
if it sucks, I'm not going to taste anything else.
right?
Yeah.
Then I know you're full of shit, right?
Exactly.
And plus I'm Polish, so that's what we drink. Because we drink lots of it.
It's
So
fucking Polacks, man. Jesus.
Stegmeyer and shit. So fucking Scranton, fucking stuff.
Groby, have you had some bong hits tonight too?
Yeah. I'll answer for him. Yeah.
Yes, I have. Oh, okay. Now, here's my big booming beer of the night.
Here we go. This is what we've all been waiting for. Jay Long, you got to be here for this.
Ship bottom.
Ship
Abominable
bottom.
Snow Monster Ale. Okay.
Abominable Snow Monster Ale. It's ale with
A monster.
Snow.
honey, sugar plums, figs, and cherries.
Children's
Fuck.
tears. Rainbow stuff.
It's
All kinds of stuff.
It's a 10% banger. It's you see it? That's the color of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I get cherries, honey. That's what I get.
Fig.
No lactose. No lactose.
No lactose.
There's no
lactose like Tim. You're not
There's
going
no
to shoot the bed?
And how many alcohols are in this?
10.
Wow.
A lot of alcohol.
That's a lot of alcohols.
Hey, that's a good way to end the night. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. I didn't get it before. I didn't get it on Christmas, so you got it now.
Is Ship Bottom the brew house?
Yeah. It's on Long Beach Island, off the coast of Jersey.
I think they've been on the show, haven't they?
Down to Ship Bottom. Yeah.
Have they been on the show?
Yeah, we had their owner on the show.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
we forgot to jiggle the wires and the audio was all fucked up.
Yeah, something. Yeah. But I did have
We're at the mercy.
a bunch of their barmaids on the show.
That's right.
When,
You
when
did
I was
do
there on
that.
vacation,
I remember that.
I took a bunch of audio shit from them. So.
All right. So how is it? How is it?
I think it's fucking great.
This is how we review beer on an Ebronation.
Yeah, how is it? It's fucking great.
I'm not quite sure what a sugar plum tastes like.
No,
You know.
Jay Long,
It doesn't taste like a fig Newton. So
there's podcasts out there like these beer podcasts, right? And I've like watched them or listened to them, and they're like it's an hour-long show, and they're drinking one beer, and they spend the first 15 minutes telling you how to open it.
Oh no!
And then how to pour it, and then they're like sticking their nose in the fucking glass, and like I'm like, okay, I'm done. 5 minutes into the show, I'm finished. I don't give a fuck. Like, I like.
Describe to me what a sugar plum, tastes like, please. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never actually had a sugar plum.
You've never been to
Nobody's ever
Gilroy.
handed me a piece of fruit and said, "This is a sugar plum." I know what figs taste like, but this don't taste like fig Newtons. So
because a cookie's just a cookie, man.
I get cherries and I get honey. That's what I get.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And that's kind of like par for the course. If it says it's got 4 things, everybody usually gets 2 of the 4 things.
Right.
They don't get all 4.
No.
So, but yeah, I got this at
Ship Bottom
Liquor Wine Outlet in Boonton, New Jersey.
That's
Liquor
Liquor Wine
beer store,
Outlet.
man. That's
Yeah,
such a good
they
beer
have
store.
like 2,000 different kinds of fucking
It's
beer.
insane.
Right.
You go in there and you
Is
end
it
up
like
spending. You go in there like wanting to get like a 4-pack, and you come out like $120 a broker. Going, how am I going to explain
Yeah,
this
like
to
I
my
need a
wife?
separate account for this.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me on Friday when I went in there. I
Yeah.
walked in
So
there
you
with,
don't have to explain it to your wife.
Hey, don't tell my wife.
I was in the store a grand total of 20 minutes, and I spent $98.
Yeah.
All on beer.
And you got 12 beers.
Yeah, you got 6.5 beers.
Yeah.
Got a solid $98.
And then Saturday I go to the brewery and I walk out of there and I was like $130.
Jesus. That's
So you're going to be
dude.
homeless next month, is what you're saying? Is that? Are we starting
Well,
a
so
GoFundMe?
go ahead and go to
Can
inebriation.com and
you link the
and
GoFundMe?
donate.
Make sure you link the
It's
GoFundMe.
inebriation at yahoo.com.
Yahoo.com.
Yeah.
You can-
Groby
you can-
will
you can-
never
you
be
can donate
homeless as long as
for-
I have
for
a
rent.
house. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, Groby, you look homeless. So I mean, I love you, man.
That's that homeless chic, bud.
You win. I bow to your greatness. That was great.
Hey,
Just-
what do your kids call you, Groby?
Oh,
What's your daughter and her friends call you?
my daughter refers to me as Frank Gallagher.
This fucking guy.
Frank Gallagher.
And there's been tons of Snapchat
Yeah.
me as Frank Gallagher.
There's even one of them in our closing video. You'll see it. That's got a picture of you and Frank Gallagher next to each other.
But my daughter
Kids,
made
all right.
I love it.
Right. Yeah, it's nice. I'm, Chuck, I am enthralled by your Venice hat there, man. You look like a skateboarder that time forgot.
I am a skateboarder that time forgot.
I like
Oh
it, man.
Hey, Chuck, dude, I recently found my Psycho Bully hat.
Oh, you
your
got the
audience.
psychobilly hat? Nice.
Yeah, the bully. Like,
Yeah, no.
dude,
Like
it
I'm
disappeared for the
a,
longest
Yeah.
time. I was like, where the fuck did that hat go?
I don't even have one. Yeah.
Like, I
No, I'm a
assumed-
big fan of like
Back
old
up.
Venice, like crossover thrash and skate punk, man. So this is my Beowulf hat. Actually, it was my favorite,
Beowulf. I like
favorite
it.
Venice band. But Excel, Beowulf, Suicidal, like all those bands. But yeah, Beowulf's that's my ace in the hole for like Venice.
That's
I like
rad. Beowulf did a charity concert thing at Fort Benning.
Really?
It was badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Mikey's back. Oh, sorry. I thought you were still making a
it's
drug
okay.
deal.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I get that a lot. People forget about me unless I'm like wasted in their face.
No, you were on your phone. I was like, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no. I'm sorry. My grandma called and
I thought that was the
you know,
cocaine.
like, dude, I should not, dude. At
Grandma.
this point in my life, when a grandparent calls me, like I'm answering the
gotta-
fucking phone because it gets.
We
I don't have a lot of those anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
we've actually had Dale from Beowulf on the show. And,
oh shit.
We've
Yeah,
had
Dale was on the show, and then we had Luigi from Suicidal on the show
Luigi
too.
on the show.
I heard that one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
Nice.
I missed the Beowulf one, but
yeah, he'll be back. Like
Suicidal was
actually
a good
working.
one.
They're working on a new album now too. It's almost done.
For real, as long as they're
Yeah,
possessed,
it's gonna be.
like I'm into it.
And it's called The Blood Is on Your Hands, which is
Very awesome.
This might
Venice
actually be an unpopular statement. I'm extremely surprised that at this point in our current sort of context, that Rage did not come back and do an album. Like, am I the only one?
Yeah.
Really?
Am I the only one? Because like I feel like realistically, like those guys, like because in the '90s they were fucking spewing all kinds of shit that people were like, I mean, I kind of like it, but it's not 100%. Like, it's not suicidal. It's not actually hardcore. It's not punk. It's not this. Is not. It was a very weird genre, but the lyrics and the statement were pretty goddamn. Like, they probably should have put out an album 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
Who?
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, you know,
I want to hear everybody's opinion because, like, I might be off base.
They did when Morello did the Prophets of Rage.
Well, yeah, Tom Morello and fucking Chuck D, and that shit was
Notice
cool.
I
And
didn't
also
say
had-
prophets. I said
Yeah.
prophets of Rage.
yeah, you know, and they
So that Morello, that was Morello, Chuck D, and Real or Be Real.
yeah, be
Right?
real.
Yeah.
And they you know swung.
I honestly I didn't listen to a lot of that, so I don't know.
They
but-
swung through Vegas and everything, and it was a really good show. But you know, there's certain bands, man, and you know, I'm sure there's Rage Against the Machine fans out there that probably.
I'm a huge Public Enemy fan.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
realistically, I'm a
there's-
huge ass Rage fan.
There's certain bands that you know they had this capsule of time, man. You know, and I think Rage Against the Machine now bitching, being on the machine, talking about you know all this stuff and everything. I think that moment's kind of passed by. You know,
That
I mean,
sucks, man. I
When
feel
they
like that
played
sucks
at
because a lot of
Lollapalooza-
the shit they were talking about.
When they played at
So relevant.
Lollapalooza
Right.
at fucking Waterloo, I was the first one to dive off the fucking stage.
I did not like when they had the deal when
they
they
didn't
burned
ask you
the
to.
It was
I
a
don't like that
complete
ever.
fucking dust bowl. You couldn't see nothing. And they
Yeah.
had,
I mean, I remember way back when they'd play like Tijuana, right? Like, so a lot of punk bands and like subculture bands and stuff would play Tijuana a lot.
Yeah, like Club Iguana, man.
Yeah,
The
sure.
Iguana Club was fucking
A, dude.
shit.
Dude, people hanging off the fucking
Oh,
rafters.
dude, it
Like,
was insane.
the circle jerks
wild-
out. Gig.
Like,
wild
I
place
saw
to be a
Red
punk
Hot
rock.
Chili Peppers at
Yeah.
Iguana, and I saw who else? DOA, I think.
fucking Rancid, like early Rancid, like self-titled stuff like that, where you know, like like, because I mean, I know Rancid's not like old school band, but like, if
Right.
people talk shit about Rancid, like they can go fuck themselves.
Dude, that
'cause they're
first
retarded.
fucking Rancid album is probably one of the best punk rock records
Exactly.
ever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, yeah. People can talk shit because like, oh, whatever.
Me and
But dude, like,
Splatterhead had debated this on
Literally.
the podcast before, and it's like, you know, I'm not even a big fan of Rancid,
Right.
but Out Come the Wolves is like one is in the
That's
top
everybody's
punk
road trip
albums
fucking
of all
record.
time.
yeah,
You know?
there's. I mean, they did so much that's so fucking good. Like even
Yeah.
now, their new records are still really good. Like it's not like they're not a bad band. Like each track they do is pretty fucking solid. But anyways, like you go back, rewind to like the 90s, whatever, early 2000s. Like Tijuana, like was a weird place. that you could go-
I wasn't informed that I was supposed to remember.
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. But you remember, like, I mean, shit, dude. If you saw
Remember, we're not
in
getting out.
Tijuana, it wasn't in the turn of the century. You know what I mean? It wasn't in the 21st century. It was absolutely in the 90s.
Right.
And I bet you it was fucking badass because early on those guys were rad. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, they're fucking rad. Like, people could talk all the shit they want, but those guys were fucking rad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And Rance was rad, and fucking Rage Against the Machine, like they did some rad shows where it wasn't. I don't know. Like, people get weird about the commie thing or whatever, but it wasn't
several times.
Yeah, they're rad, bro.
You know,
and
I
feel like right now
their message too. I mean, is still. I mean, you could correlate a lot of that stuff though to today, regardless of what your politics are and everything. It's a timeless message. I just, if you take all the guys and put them back into a recording studio and said, okay, make something new, not the old stuff that we love, but put in there something new. I'm almost afraid of what would come out of that. Would it just be a rehash? Would it just be,
I mean, I get that. 100%. I feel like those guys specifically, like those dudes, and a lot of artists.
Rage
they're
Against
talented enough, dude.
Their first album is like one of my favorite albums.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Well, remember when NWA came back, but they put out an album, but was with Snoop Dogg.
Exactly.
It's not fucking NWA, dude.
No, if it's gonna be Rage, it has to be Rage.
Right.
Like it has to be the original lineup.
I don't think it could be again. I think it could only be captured in that that era.
I think we need it though. I think we need that.
No, I
message.
think we need it. I think we need it, but I think it needs to be done by somebody else.
But
I don't know anybody that can do that.
With Rage, I think Rage is such a classic group that anything is going to be disappointing because we had Tom Morello come through and do DJ sets at the Hard Rock. And it was just DJ.
That guy's musically talented.
He's musically talented and everything else. But people have set the bar so high that Tom Morello came through and people were like, "Oh my God, fucking Rage Against the Machine, Rage Against," and it was just a DJ set. That's all it was. And people left there just going, "Oh my God, I can't believe this bullshit." Blah blah blah. Because it's.
Once they were gonna get weird guitar sounds.
If Prince can't be Prince anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's like
well, I don't know if you know this, J Long, but Prince cannot be Prince anymore.
Well, yeah, too soon, man. Too soon.
Sorry, like I hate to break that fucking knowledge, bro. Like I don't. You also came on a show about people
Splatterhead is the greatest version of fucking.
Did you hear this, Mikey?
What's that?
Prince I've ever heard in my entire life.
You got to say that again. He didn't hear you.
Splatterhead did the greatest version of Prince I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh my God, you're you know what?
Purple Rain, fucking
Purple Rain, dude. I swear to God. So Chuck sent me a rehearsal set of that, and I literally was like, "This might be the best shit I've ever heard in my whole life."
yes.
And it's not. I'm not 100% a fan.
The Tombstone
Yes, I am a fanboy.
doing Purple Rain was fucking.
I'm a fanboy, but I'm also not a retard. You know what I mean? Like, I've been around. I fucking go to shows. I do everything.
There was like 1,000 people there.
It was so good.
There were like 10 people there.
Purple Rain.
And 10 was one of them. And you were one of them.
Look, his LSD said there were a lot more.
We were like at band rehearsal, and like I literally hate everybody in that band except
That's
Regis.
wild, dude. Because while I love Los Gatos Locos the best, I absolutely loved everything you did.
Oh, dude, we were great. It was a great band. It was a great band, but like that the
hey,
lineup.
If you don't know,
the lineup from like
Los Gatos, because this shit's fucking badass.
The lineup from that show, like me and Regis were like, dude, we literally hate everybody in this fucking band. Like
that's wild.
And like, so we were like, this is the set list, right? And then me and Regis show up for rehearsal, and like they didn't bother to like learn any of the songs. Like they were like. So
Who
we
the-
were just like pulling shit out of our ass, and like
that sucks because
and,
like
and suddenly
legit
like
scary movies, the fucking the
oh yeah, dude,
emo
yeah.
tap fucking jam. Like there's a bunch of
Yeah,
songs that
no,
we have
they,
that
they
like
just
are
like
fucking
they were
legit.
like, I'm like, dude, we sent you guys these songs like a month ago. Plus, you guys wrote them as well. Like you,
I can
like,
sing half of those fucking songs.
yeah.
Like those
So-
motherfuckers better.
So
get
they
their
were like, so all of a sudden we were like, they started playing like Motley Crue songs and shit, and I'm like, well,
also
all right.
sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like
Hand to
you,
God.
I'm like you sing that one, like cool. But then I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm like, you guys want to do Purple Rain? And they're like, okay. And I'm like,
Purple
I'm
Rain.
like, how fucked up is that gonna be? Like
that was
if-
rad, dude. Like,
like-
you sent me the little video, and I was like,
Because we're playing like a fucking punk rock fucking skin. Like it was supposed to be. We were supposed to be opening for.
proportion ever at the stand-up pass.
Speaking
No,
of
it's so
Venice,
badass.
like we were supposed to be opening for Lewicidal that night,
right.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah,
they
that's a bummer it
canceled.
didn't work out.
And yeah, we did Purple Rain. It
But
was
sick, dude,
ridiculous.
dude.
Totally
I'm just gonna
fucking
say this, dude.
ridiculous.
Like Purple Rain as a
number of
I
the
could do a
beast,
punk rock
the number
cover.
of the beast cover was killer too.
Oh yeah, no,
So
I mean that's
badass.
one of our fucking standard classics, though.
so badass. So, what's your deal, Jay Long? What are you into, bud?
Well, long walks on the beach,
Corgis.
finger or two up my ass.
No, music wise, what's your thing?
Well, you know, my music tastes vary, and I don't like vague answers, but I know it's a vague answer because I grew up in a very religious household, so I wasn't allowed to listen to anything beyond gospel music
Secular music.
until I was about 16 or so. No, actually, a couple of years before that, and it's so funny because they have a Geico commercial, but the first cassette I got that was not gospel music was Tag Team. Whoop, there it is.
It's back again.
Yeah,
In effect, so let's begin.
and they're on the new Geico commercial.
Shut
and
the
everything.
fuck up. That was your first mixtape?
That was my first tape outside of gospel music and everything.
Wow.
So,
we're different people, JD.
but I grew up in Southeast Texas, in Port Arthur, Texas, which is where Pimp C, Bun B, UGK.
Shit! Look at you, man.
So as soon as I
Okay,
got a
you're going
taste
there.
for hip hop and rap and everything else, I naturally gravitated that way because
I think
You know,
D-Tim is eating
I,
Fig Newtons.
he's getting some sugar plums up his
Tim
ass.
is 100% sober.
But as soon as I got old enough, I grew up in the same projects as Pimp C, Bun B, and these guys. In fact, Pimp C
You're on a
graduated.
Jay-Z record.
He actually he watched me when I was a little kid. We grew up together
Shut
in the
the
same
fuck up.
neighborhood. Not even lying.
Shut the fuck up.
And so that's where I naturally gravitated to. It wasn't until later on that I, got to rock and rage. I had an older brother who was into, Rage and all these bands and everything, Pantera, and he taught me the classics well, Metallica and all that stuff. So, and then I worked for Comp 92.3 here in Vegas, which is
The classics, Metallica.
rock station, so I got to do a lot of rock band stuff when I was,
No, I know. I'm fucking with you, Jay Long, dude. You're fine.
Yeah, okay. But that's kind of my musical history is that I started later in life, but that's kind of where I gravitated. I went through hip hop and then rock and kind of made my way full circle through everything. So
Nice. Yeah,
cool,
I'm all over the map, man.
That's right.
Like, I'm so into like fucking, hip hop and also country and also punk rock and
and
also
I
metal.
and I grew up in Texas,
When I
so-
logged on to this, I was listening to the Knack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
you
was.
There you go.
Listening
Good
to-
vouch for that.
Yeah. So to Jay Long, to like your thing, like I 100% like I grew up a punk rock kid who
Sure.
also like kind of was on that
Yeah.
like just like
That's it.
so in Southern California, like gangster rap and hip hop like was a big thing. So like I
It
understand
all
all
kind of went hand in hand too.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Chuck knows.
It
And
was
so
like New York hardcore and original New York hip hop, right? And then like gangster
East Coast,
rap in
West
LA
Coast, yeah.
and like
right.
SoCal
So like
punk
Pimp C,
rock.
like Pimp C was like a known entity, and I was like,
Right.
rest in peace, dude passed a few years back, but like all those guys, like
Right.
you know what I mean? Like they're known entities in that like hip hop side that like most people realistically don't know other than the JC song. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like unless you're
And
from the
that's the shame.
South
And
or
that's
something like that. Like people from the South know it, but a lot of people
Right.
don't know. But it's the same thing with like in punk rock and hardcore. If you're from a specific region and you don't get into
Sure.
different music or from different areas, like you just don't get exposed to these bands and you don't buy the records
Yeah.
and stuff. And it kind of sucks because that's important. Like it's important to broaden your horizons, listen to lots of shit, buy it all up,
Yeah.
and mostly drink lots of booze.
And I think it's later on in life and everything. Once you start getting exposed to a few things, travel down the rabbit trail a little bit. Don't just take the stuff, the surface stuff, but get down into the nitty gritty of it. And, a lot of people won't say this out loud, but their beginning and ending with like say rock is Metallica, which everybody loves Metallica, but there's much more. It goes further than Metallica. There's so many bands that influenced and that they influenced and that created.
Right. Well, that's where you
music
have
and
to go
everything
down
else.
that rabbit hole.
Yeah, you
have
gotta
to
go down the rabbit hole, man.
like
Yeah,
who are the
I was-
influencers and where did it all
Of the,
begin?
the
And then
influences
you
of the influencers,
and then
of the
ultimately, if you're not a fucking moron, you end up with fucking Little Richard, and then everybody else can.
God
fuck
bless
off.
America.
If you don't end up at Elvis,
I have
and
my
Chuck
people will rock
Berry
t-shirts.
and Little Richard and these guys.
Right. You end up
You
with
know.
Little Richard, man, because Little Richard
Dude,
was
Little
like,
Richard's a fucking G,
that's
bro.
the shit. That's like all of it.
That dude's
That's like
Richard was like
lightning.
the first punk rock band.
right.
Oh, he's
Little
a
Richard's
OG,
like
triple OG,
fucking,
wildest motherfucker.
You want glam rock, Little Richard. You want
Yeah.
fucking punk
You like
rock,
David
Little
Bowie
Richard.
in the future?
Like,
Bam. You like
Yeah.
fucking Glenn Danzig in the future?
right,
Bam.
Little Richard. Yeah,
Like you
That's
like,
all,
fucking-
like,
dude,
it all goes
I'm
right
telling
back
you
to
what,
Little
you're
Richard.
absolutely right. You're 100% spot on, Chuck.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's the best. I took my brother to Vegas. So here's the tie back to Jay Long, our guest. So I took my brother to Vegas to go to what year was that? It was like a bigger Viva Las
1900.
Vegas. It was like a bigger Viva Las Vegas thing because like that thing is blown up out of control. It really has. Like it's a good event for people who like cars and music and whatnot, but like it's just blown up. But they had Little Richard, and I had seen him a long time ago, and I was like, bro, this guy's energy is great. Like you're gonna have to go to Vegas with me and see Little Richard because it's
Right.
something that while he's alive,
The
you
true
can't
king
miss
of
out
rock
on.
and roll.
I never
Right,
got
100%, right? So
I
I was
would
like,
love to.
we gotta go see the shit, dude. So I bring my brother out, and like 100% that whole trip, his biggest takeaway was the Little Richard set because
Yeah.
that motherfucker is wild, dude. That guy is a whole
Right.
nother level of rock and roll and just like a persona that is so different than like, you know what I mean? Like nowadays people get
Well,
by
it
on
was-
popularity, whatever. That guy wasn't popular. He wasn't popular.
It was
back in the day.
melding.
It's like a-
It was music and showmanship, and it was
Mhm.
entertainment and everything else all at once. So it was that modern.
Because I'm like 99% sure he was gay. You know what I mean? Like people didn't like gay people.
Dude, all the shit that everybody did after that to be flashy, it all started with Little Richard, man. Like
Oh yeah, dude. That guy
Hey,
had so much
you want a
energy.
dude wearing makeup? Cool, got you. Want me to light shit on fire? Got you. Want me to dude in high heels? Got you. Like,
You want to be on Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse? Boom.
yeah,
Gotcha.
got you. like literally, like everything, like just all the wildness originates from Little Richard. So,
Right.
Dude, I absolutely love that man. I'm sorry that he's gone. I actually did tell my daughter.
he's not
earlier
gone.
today.
He lives in
It just
in
doesn't
the
really
blanks.
perform anymore. Yeah.
That's
he
true.
lives
But
he lives in the hearts of the blanks.
I was literally the blank.
Richard
Mike,
was the first,
Mike
seven.
Blank is
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
Richard of our era.
you know,
Where is Mike? Is Mike around or is he
you
gone?
look at
Yeah, he's around. Yeah.
Richard was the first punk. Chuck Berry was the first metalhead.
Yeah.
Actually,
Mike had too much chocolate.
yeah.
Oh,
Mike had too
no.
much vodka.
Not too much chocolate, aka
No,
vodka.
he didn't have any vodka today. He was very good. He's not
Just
drinking
today?
January.
Just today. Yeah.
Just today. No,
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so I was
We
Go ahead.
have to. We can't just keep going. We gotta.
okay.
You know, we have a couple more beers that we have to drink, but I think Jay Long's got to go light fires with his family and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
I got to get out of here, fellas.
He's got to
All right,
bounce.
bud.
But
Hey, it
we,
was good talking to you. It was good meeting you.
yeah, awesome having you
Absolutely.
on, and
Cheers, brother.
you're welcome on the show anytime. Anytime you see us doing a live stream,
Yeah,
message me. I'll send you the link. You just jump
Oh,
right
man.
in.
happy to be a part of it, man. Chuck, thank you so much for inviting me, brother.
All right, brother.
Great meeting
And-
you guys and gals. You know,
And
And,
before you go, tell people how to find you and find
On the
find you on
internet.
social, all that shit.
yeah, you don't have to be a Raiders fan. You can go and you can see our live cast every Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific on the West Coast time on the Black Hole Official. That's Facebook.com/the Black Hole Official. And we talk football, but we don't talk stats football. We talk football in general. We talk beer, and we just have a good time. And we have players and fighters and everyone in between because we just like to have a fun time and just chat and do our thing, man. So if you're around, even if you like to talk trash, we have a lot of fans that hop on the feed that are not Raiders fans, they're KC fans and everything. They like to talk bullshit and everything else. Hey, you dish it
Bring
out,
it.
we'll give it right back to you, man. That's what our show's about.
Absolutely. Bring it.
And I'll leave you. You know what? I'll leave you guys with this one right here. This is me on stage. That's my big ass head, but right behind me, that's Kirk Hammett of Metallica.
Oh,
I'm on
look at
stage
this.
right behind him.
Nice.
At Rock in Rio, not in the wings. I was standing right behind the motherfucker.
This
I
guy actually
interviewed him
likes
earlier in the day. So, that's how badass I am. So, you guys, I'm just kidding, man. Thank
All
you
right.
guys so much for having me, man. I
Hey.
appreciate
Cool,
it
man.
so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thanks for being on.
Cheers, guys. Yep. Black Hole Unleashed.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right,
bud.
fellas.
Get on there.
I
If you like that whole band. That
He's
is,
got to get another beer.
Well, I'm
So-
going to open a new one.
You know what's fun? Dude, I could tell a funny story about oh wait. D Tim, are you gonna introduce a new
Check out what I got here.
fried
Fried
ice cream?
stout
Ooh.
by
Fancy.
Flying Fish. Let's find out how many alcohols.
I don't want to clean up his vomit later. I really don't want to.
Renee, you don't have to.
10.3
He's gonna-
alcohols.
10.3?
10.3. Let's try this thing.
Get her going, bud.
You know, it smells like fried ice cream.
I don't see. So here's the thing, like, and maybe you could explain this to me. So I, as a
First thing
plebe,
tastes like fucking fried ice cream.
I'm a plebe. So I honestly don't know what fried ice cream smells
It
or
smells like beer. It smells like beer.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what it, like fried ice cream smells.
The other one, the first one smelled like bananas. This one smells like
Bananas.
There was this
I smell like chocolate sauce.
janitor at Rockaway Mall. He used to yell fried ice cream all the time. And he used to say shit like, I would be grateful if they were dead. About
That was
mental patient.
that was Chris
fried
Burke.
ice cream, because that's what he always used to yell, fried ice cream. Ah.
like Ben and Jerry's on that morbid shit.
Tim's liking his fried ice cream beer.
Yeah, this is really good. This is
Yeah,
my
I'll be back. I'm going to pee.
Stu and Dolly's has that on tap.
Nice. Wait. They cut me off.
Smooth.
You all right, Mikey?
You're right there, Mikey.
No, good.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Renee, what are you drinking?
Vodka.
Okay, well, she's back.
Okay.
Vodka.
I just poured this. Where are we?
There we
we are. Lupulin Dew.
Ashton Brewing.
Pale Ale.
Lupulin.
It's like 7 point. I don't know. I can't say it. There we go. 7.2. Lupulin Dew. From Ashton Brewing in Middlesex, New Jersey. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm drinking now. After that 10% fucking banger. Abominable man fucking
banger.
Apparently, my little sip of whiskey like jacked me up very harshly. So I apologize for coughing and spitting.
10%. And you can easily drink 4 of these fucking things in like 20 minutes.
No way. No way. You're not drinking 4 10 bangers in 20 minutes.
It don't taste like a 10 banger, man.
Well, if you're an alcoholic, you could.
It don't.
If you like the
lagers and pilsners all night, and I drink that.
Do you like the Malcolm Mouse?
The Tim and Miss Renee Wasted. I think that we should plan one of these my Corona parties, and let the host of Inebriation DJ some sets.
You guys wanna be guest DJs at a certain point?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I like a little bit of punk rock.
So we have we do these Zoom parties, and it's basically it's me and Mike, Dean the Sex Machine, Tommy Blewett, and Victoria from the Showcase Showdown. We each DJ.
He did fucking.
We each do like half-hour sets, and we just go until and people join in. We have everybody muted, and all you can hear is us DJing.
Mikey was at the last one. Yeah,
I was at the New Year's deal. I had a good time. Like I enjoyed it.
It's funny. We have a blast, and I usually have a few people at the house. Not too many, but get a couple people together at the house. And if you're by yourself, like in your living room, you might not want to like get up and dance and stuff. But when you got like 5 or 6 other people in your living room, then you kind of do it, especially after a few drinks.
Yeah, so. I just yelled lyrics.
Yeah,
nobody could hear me, which is probably a better.
No, but I mean, we should have a coordinated inebriation and my Corona dance party.
We could do that
too.
Because we practice. Don't tell anyone. We practice before before we do these things.
What?
And still always a fucking train wreck. It just always turns into a train wreck. Like,
hey, what is this newfangled practice thing that I've heard?
You know what? It doesn't. We practice, and we've been doing this for several months now, and we'll practice a couple times before each Zoom party, and no matter what, it's a fucking disaster. Like, and I'm the biggest culprit. I start playing music. I forget to share my music, and I forget to log off, and then
it's like when you start the podcast and you forget to hit go live
and then all the good content goes away.
Yeah, shit happens, right? And but we have a great time doing them, and we had no idea that people would actually like participate. And we had a Halloween one, and everyone dressed up.
So much fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Like
it's
during COVID, like it's like good music. Like, because I was on the first one, and it was like I needed that.
Yeah,
I needed it. I fucking needed it.
Chuck sent me an invitation like a while ago. What is all this? Wow.
Yeah, what is this nonsense? What's going on?
Because you can legitimately pipe in without like posting yourself.
No, absolutely.
It was kind of like I'll see what this is.
Yeah, because a lot of people get nervous because they think like to be on, like you have to be on camera, and I'm like, no, man. I'm like, you can turn your camera off and just listen to some good music, You
don't have to be on camera. The funny thing is, you can actually see everybody else.
Right, you can see everybody else.
So like you see the cameras rotating around and the punk rock music and everything.
And then you want to be on camera.
Good time. It's
you're
a
like,
good
everybody else is just as much of an idiot as I am, so fuck it.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we go through and we'll text each other on the side because we kind of have to switch up like who's in charge of the spotlight camera, which is
Mhm.
like, so we're the ones choosing who's focused
Oh Jesus! Don't put
at
me
any
on
particular
focus.
time. And we look for people, of course, who are, being ridiculous or dancing or flashing or,
Yeah, none of us are going to be on the good-looking card.
that doesn't hurt. I will admit
It's not going to be us.
lingered over a pretty boy once or twice. I won't deny that.
Yeah, we're not those guys.
Was it Mikey?
No, it's sure.
I'll have her a second or two.
Look at Renee's like, no, not that motherfucker. but I saw some guys in the background.
No. Listen. Everyone's very handsome here. Very handsome. A lot of facial hair, but very handsome.
Sorry, Renee. Charlie's getting married. He didn't want to tell you himself. He was like,
boy.
Little Chuck is getting hitched.
Oh my God. I love him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is. He's a cutie. He's
an adult man now.
But I'm full on. I'm hands off of my friends' children. I don't. I have a no.
That's
I have
probably
no
a smart way to go. That's like a
She'll make
legitimate.
him feel really uncomfortable, but she won't touch him.
I'll make it as awkward as humanly possible, but
Yeah.
I ain't touching nobody's kids.
He's old enough to drink booze, though.
I drank. Did we drink with him?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
drank with him.
Right.
Well, I guess both of your kids are adults.
Oh, I'm drinking a new beer before we
What
go
is it?
away.
What is
Before we go away, I'm drinking a new beer. I'm
What do you got?
drinking the Harford Haze from Log Tavern, and
That's a good brewery.
it's a New England IPA. There's some alcohols in it.
How many?
Some.
I don't know how many.
Oh, you goddamn dude! You need to find your reading glasses and put them on a strap.
No, I don't. I don't even see it fucking written on here.
Usually
These
he wears my
motherfuckers.
glasses.
There's some alcohols in there.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm sure there's
What? Hell, I'm gonna
They do.
Google
They
it. What kind of
pass
beers is
around these fucking 7-Eleven
Yeah.
fucking
I mean,
bifocals.
look
I'm
at
gonna-
it. It
I'm gonna
looks like a
Google it.
fucking
What kind of
Joy
beer is
Division fucking record cover. So like, I can't
Hartford
fucking.
Haze.
I can't like. They're fucking with me just to begin with. So I don't know. There's alcohols in it though. It's a beer, and it's
beer and it's got alcohols in it.
yeah. It's
everyone should drink
hazy. Look, see.
It's nice.
hazy.
It's from Log
Log
Tavern.
Log Tavern's got good beers, man.
Log Tavern's got good beers, man. Yeah, they do. And yeah, he did give me a media discount. So that was nice.
Well,
You guys got to remember when you go into these breweries, mention the podcast because
just for the record, on Instagram, we're listed as government official.
Is it because of me?
nice. Storm the Capitol. Oh no,
No, don't do that.
we're officials.
That's the opposite of what
Okay,
you
yeah,
Yes,
opposite.
you wanted one of these.
Do
I
not
know.
We really gotta-
storm the
When you
Capitol.
look up-
unless
when you look
tyranny
up our
reigns.
Instagram page, it says government official.
Yeah, I think you should absolutely.
How did that happen?
So the Hartford Haze,
I put it
the
there.
New England
We are
IPA.
government officials. We're inebriation.
So Charles, it's a 5.5 ABV.
What is?
Your drink, according to the internet, Untapped.
Oh, fuck! I could drink 6 more of these.
According to Untapped, the Hartford Haze is 5.5ers.
5.5 alcohols. All right.
Mm-hmm. It's got a good rating though. It's super good rating. It's like a 4.5 out of 5.
Renee still has 40 alcohols in whatever she's drinking.
I consistently keep it at 40 alcohols.
Yeah.
That's my good limit.
Right. Yeah, it's good.
Like how many 40 alcohols?
How many 40 alcohols? What time did I start drinking?
When I got here.
Two?
The time that I stopped drinking.
Yeah, about 2 o'clock.
2
I was
o'clock.
drinking Krabby's ginger beers just so I wouldn't get drunk.
It was his
those
preview.
have alcohol. So
Yeah.
What is
Those are
Zachary
really
Murphy
fucking
trying to say about us?
What's this?
Huh?
We're a shit show.
He said all the best parties are shit shows.
I disagree with you.
If we're a shit show, then
I think
we
the
are
best parties are
achieved
thoughtful.
Our goal. Our
I
goal
have
is to
another
be a
word.
shit show.
I can attest that the bigger shit show the Zoom parties are, the more fun we're having. That is
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably
100%
true. Probably true.
correct.
And the bigger a shit show these things are, the more fun we're having.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
especially like I feel like I'm looking in a mirror and I try to adjust my hat one way and I'm going backwards because.
I was trying to get in frame before, and I was like, "Do I go this way? Do I go that
Right,
way?"
yeah. When I try to point,
Mhm.
and like I'm trying to point at you, and that's the wrong direction. So
Yeah.
I gotta go that way, Renee. and-
I'm gonna
Stage,
go-
stage
when
right.
I go down, it's okay.
No.
Groby's over there,
No.
There's Chuck,
but yeah,
Renee,
yeah, it's all fucked up.
Mikey,
Oh wait, no.
Groby.
No shit, I'm
I
wrong.
can't get the
That way.
Groby.
How do I do? How do the fuck? I can't even point.
Wrong way.
No, you can't do
Oh,
it.
yep. No, I got it.
All right, well, what do you guys say?
There it goes. Yeah, this is weird.
What do you guys say? Is anybody gonna drink anything new, or should we get the fuck out of here?
Well,
No.
what about drunk news?
Drunk news. Let's do more drunk news.
Groby, I sent you one.
Groby is sleeping.
I'm 100% drunk. So.
The Groby, check your text messages. I sent you a story.
Groby's trying to find Grobyville.
He's looking on a map.
Real, a real thing.
I'm like,
What
fuck
happened? Our guest was supposed to read a story
fucking
before.
jackasses. Now I gotta work tomorrow. Idiot.
Ah,
Motherfather muckers.
Okay.
Goddamn jackholes.
There we go.
Well,
I got-
at least you guys aren't in Richmond or Seattle or something. So you're good there.
Okie dokie. Here we go.
Everything starts with okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Dokie with me.
Cop strips down to undies for swimming rescue of alleged drunk thief from boat.
Alleged.
Everything's alleged on our show.
From what I can gather is New Zealand. A police officer has had to it's rescue and allegedly he was clinging to the back of a boat after she decided she was too intoxicated to return to shore.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
Police were called to Cape Sound on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula at 7:30 on Thursday, following reports of a drunk man and woman had swum 200 meters out to a boat moored offshore. Police alleged the pair were looking to steal alcohol from the boat, but found none. The 59-year-old man abandoned the woman and swam back safely to shore, while the 46-year-old woman decided she was too drunk to swim and stayed aboard. Yeah. These are people our age doing this shit.
So what had happened was,
oh,
a police officer then took off all his clothes except for his underwear,
and then wrapped her.
swam out to rescue the Rosebud woman who was clinging to the back of the vessel.
Oh shit.
Police
Yeah, no, it's all about that warmth.
did not even realize the man coming to rescue her was an officer until he identified himself, read her rights, and helped her back to shore. Police then searched a handbag the woman had left on shore and allegedly contained methamphetamines, cannabis, and Valium.
She knows how to party.
The woman was charged with 3 counts of possessing a drug of dependence, being drunk, and disorderly in a public place, tampering with a vessel, attempting to take charge of the vessel while under the influence of liquor, and committing an indictable offense while on bail. The 59-year-old man is expected to receive a fine for the illegal use of a vehicle. The 46-year-old woman was remanded in custody to appear before Frankston Magistrates Court on Friday morning.
That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch.
I want to party with these people. That's some cool shit. Go out of control, fucking shit up. Dude gets to go home and go to work.
Those
I know,
those
right?
stupid shows on the History Channel where they have people pretending to be drunk and reading historical stories.
History. Yeah.
Wait, but ancient aliens.
They should just have fucking
Us.
Groby come on a Monday night.
Actually, Groby is 100% an ancient aliens, motherfucker.
And just tell the local news. It'd be great.
I got more news here.
Uh-oh. D-Tem's got more news.
It's a short article, but the headline had me cracking up and also made me want to do this. Drunk person found floating on stolen tiki hut boat in Florida. An interesting assignment came to some U.S. Coast Guard in Key West when they were tasked with tracking down a stolen tiki hut boat.
We definitely need to do a show from there.
Yeah, right? From that exact tiki hut.
Anywhere in Key West.
Oh, no, I want to be on that.
volunteered to be
Show on
a
a
guest
street.
star. I volunteered
Right. I
to be
think
the
we
guest star
all-
that week. I volunteered.
So, an interesting assignment came to some U.S. Coast Guards in Key West when they were tasked with tracking down a stolen tiki hut boat. According to WTSP, the boat was recovered. I can't read. Recovered in
Either
the Hawk
one.
Channel area Wednesday. Officials didn't say how long it had been missing before it was found. When crews recovered the boat, they found something else. A drunk person on board. It was reported the person was taken into custody and he's taken into custody by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. So I don't know what they made him do.
Why did
It's not the Coast Guard. What?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, that's it for the story. They didn't say what really else happened to this guy.
They had you at Tiki Hut Bar.
Yeah, I saw Tiki Hut Bar and it went downhill from there. But yeah, we should do a show from a Tiki Hut Bar floating out in the water in Key West.
With knee pads.
Excuse me.
Ew.
Let's go down there.
Right here.
Sorry, I'll do it closer to your head.
Go down there and it'd be like Jackass.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
We'll just have a couple people with cameras following us around to bars,
Yeah, right?
fucking being
You do
weird,
Lancaster too.
you know.
Who the fuck
So-
do that in Lancaster? I'll go to fucking island on the tiki.
Yeah, Lancaster.
All
Yeah,
right.
she fucking Lancaster.
We
We
have
have
to
to go to
start,
Island
like-
for a tiki party.
We have to start telling people because we get like all these people come on and watch the show for the first half and then they leave.
So we gotta do
tell
like
them
an
they're
hour
fucking
show.
it up.
Hour show.
You're doing it backwards. Come
Yeah.
on to the show halfway through.
Yes.
You want to
Well,
watch the
Yeah,
last
we're really
half.
drunk.
That's the fun stuff.
After we've had a few.
You don't want to be that first person on at 7:16 logging in and watching.
Or we start pre-gaming.
While the bong hits are flowing.
You want to come on at like 10:30 when we're ready to go to bed. When Groby's reading news stories.
That motherfucker can't even read.
I think we should wake Mike up and make him read this.
Oh,
No.
Oh, don't wake Mike up. Yeah, wake Mike up. Fuck it.
I got my car alarm's going off.
Mike
He's had a rough
likes
night.
so
He's had a rough night of eating, and
Yeah.
he had chicken,
he
a
has
little bit
not
of
had.
rice.
He had chocolate
We had roast beef and chocolate and mashed potatoes
Oh, that's a lot.
and pizza
and chocolate
and chips
and hummus and
and
guacamole.
hummus and pepperoni and
That's a lot of
salami.
weird stuff, dude.
Wow.
I got
A
a lot
bunch
of
of
weird
shits that don't go together.
Some jerk off's car
I'm-
alarm is going off outside my window.
Fuck that jerk off.
Dick
I'm
bags.
literally
Yeah.
feeding them every leftover I have in the house. I'm just like, here you go. Here, have some of this.
Oh look,
All right, D10.
I have carrots.
We ate it.
sitting in the back. Eat
D10,
those.
you one of you read the last news story, and then we'll tell everybody to fuck off, and we'll go away.
I'm gonna let Renee read it. There you go.
Unsurprisingly, people are giving up on this year's dry January.
Yeah.
No.
If people break into my office and wave the Confederate flag around, I get to have a drink.
Yeah.
Mike is doing dry January, but he's not doing dry chocolate, and so he's
Not
sleeping
me.
right now.
I'm
So
not
here we
gonna
go.
Dry anything.
Dry January is hardly a new concept. At the start of each year, those who perhaps imbibed a bit too much over the holidays or just want a health reset decide to give up drinking. for the
Wait. I've never even fucking heard of this until this
It's
year.
a thing. It's a thing, dude.
Yeah.
The fucking retard.
People like to dry out.
I've heard sober October.
Fuck
I've
you.
never heard dry January until
Dry
this
January
year.
is
Like,
the
Well,
thing,
just-
dude.
Just
You
because
sit
I'm
me up
reading
and
the
be like, are you
article,
doing a dry
I
January?
haven't put the practice,
No.
okay? I'm just providing the information here.
All right, because I'm like, you picked this year to do this
So
thing?
wait,
'Cause
what-
this
here
is
we
the
go.
I
worst
never
time
do
to
it.
be sober.
But after 2020, a year that saw people stuck inside and perhaps drinking more than they normally would, the idea had particular appeal. Then 2021 happened. After the
Yeah.
horrific events of January 6th, when a violent group of pro-Trump insurrectionists attacked the Capitol, some people
Patriots!
who initially opted for dry January have called it off. This year, it seems, may not be the time for sobriety.
No.
When was the year for sobriety? I don't remember that year.
Yeah, me neither.
I think it was before the 70s.
Oh,
It
that's
was like
why we don't
1920
remember.
or something, right?
Yeah, it was way before any of us were born.
Yeah.
So this is a 28-year-old congressional
My
aide.
family's
What?
been drunk since like 1900.
I love it. So a 28-year-old congressional aide who asked not to use his name just in case some crazy right-wing person sees and decides to set my house on fire, he says.
Right, this is the shit they have to worry about now.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of 2020 alone in his Adams Morgan home. This inevitably led to more imbibing, he says. When you're
That's
sitting
it.
around,
Washington, D.C.
when you're-
midnight.
when you're sitting around your apartment bored for 90 hours in a row.
Oh, it's the
You more
worst.
beers than
When
you
when
normally
you
would.
live in the best LGBTQ community in the capital, and everybody's just being
Who
loud.
has 90 hours of uninterrupted time to be bored in a row? That's what I
that
want.
that person.
I want that
Because-
person's
I
job.
will tell you this: if you ever live in
I've
DC,
spent
Adams
that amount
Morgan
of time
is
in my
the
apartment. And I wasn't bored.
yeah. So Adams Morgan in DC is like the 100% like this is the open community.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you do whatever the fuck you want. You want to be LGBTQ or you want to be whatever you want to be. Like that's the spot.
That's the spot.
Yeah. So this person clearly
Has 90 hours in a row a week to
Interesting.
not do anything. So he's drinking more beer.
interesting. You could probably get at least a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
And then it's
most
kind of a boring article otherwise. But yeah, I tried the I said, yeah, I'm not gonna drink this month. And I think I lasted 5.5 days, 6
But
days.
this month?
Yeah, I was going to take the month of January
You
off.
do the dumbass dry January thing?
I tried. It lasted 5.5 days. So I
Yeah, it sounds awful. Like an awful choice.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Well, I wasn't 100% sober. I just wasn't.
I committed.
Oh,
you know.
okay, yeah.
I know
Don't
Joel
worry.
Snaps.
Fuck being sober. Fuck that. Oh my
I
god.
read the instructions wrong. Okay. I thought it meant like, you know, you gotta
Be straight
drink
edge.
between 12 and 5 or something.
Oh.
So I, you know, since we're still going, I opened another beer.
What's the final beer?
Is it final? Is it really
Yeah,
the
I
final?
mean, I'm gonna have to go at some point, dude. I can't.
I have to work tomorrow. I do have to
This
make
is-
a living.
Yes, so do I.
I don't have 90
Mine
hours
too,
of
but
uninterrupted
I do
time
too, but this
I gotta
is
drive
my-
home from
I
Lodi
have to
at
get up
one
at 5 a.m.
is my office.
You win. You win.
All right.
I work
Joey,
from
what's
right
your,
here.
What's your final brew, bro?
All right, my final brew. This is a Farmhand Session IPA from Westtown Brew Works
Nice.
in Orange
Oh,
County,
wait.
New York, and it's 5.6 alcohols.
Hey, that's decent.
Nice.
Canned by our friend Donovan.
All right.
And look at that.
But
There you
man, it's got good color, good
Looks
head
nice.
retention, good body. That's good. That's a solid beer.
Yeah,
And it's a session.
yeah.
It's nice.
Hey, Donovan's a cool guy. Fucking West Town. Fucking great place, man. Been there before. Fucking
Yeah.
excellent fucking beers.
My shit's dinging. My phone's going ding, ding. I don't even know where it is. It's probably Laura going, dude, the show's over. Go to bed.
Yeah.
It's not funny anymore.
Yeah, you guys stop being fun. You're lame.
Yeah.
But the second half is the fun part.
Yeah.
Well, it
Not
was.
today.
Yeah.
Well, for
That's
me,
fine.
I'm out.
Yeah, for Groby.
So the Blanks have they're working on new music. Apparently, there's a lyric in one of the songs that we might like.
Listen to punk rock, guys.
And
We do mention Inebriation in it.
yeah,
Hey,
Inebriation
it's part
gets
of,
mentioned
the
in
end
one of
of
the
a-
new
of a
Blank
verse.
songs. That's great.
We incorporated it in, and
Yeah,
hey,
you're like, what the fuck rhymes with raisin?
Inebriation.
That kind of works.
We made orange.
We're writing a song about a raisin.
Song about a raisin.
it's an oi song about a raisin. It's
There
very.
you go. Right.
Yeah.
It's a
we all
raisin.
grew up on California raisins, which was
It's
legit.
more like a hemorrhoid.
So, but we did. Tonight we had Renee. We had Mike yelling in the background at a certain point.
Mike,
Say hi, Mike.
Mike, come show your face.
Bye.
Mike says
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Bye. And we had Jay Long from the Black Hole Unleashed, and of course your hosts, Splatterhead, D-Tem, Grubby, and Mikey Bones. And
Yeah.
Renee
We have
Wasted
merch for
is
sale.
always welcome anytime she wants to be on the show.
Renee, you did great.
Thank
Even
you.
Yeah, you did
And-
very well.
Thank you.
and she's gonna let us at one point, like us idiots will take over a session of the Corona dance party.
Absolutely. We'll work it out. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here.
Bye,
Later.
guys.
Play the video, Chuck.
Later.
I'm gonna play some videos. God damn it! Don't tell me what to do, Tim.
We have T-shirts. Buy them.
We have koozies as well. Buy them.
Koozies.
Okay at Christmas. All the children on the street hope they get something good to eat. But for me, it's not so great. Fuck Christmas! 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 Fuck
Fuck off.
I think we're still live.
Are you still alive?
Later.
Now everyone knows I need to go to bed.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm. I can see all you guys, but
We need a Groovy cam, just like in
Oh,
this
shit.
place, just to keep track of them.
This is why I didn't end the show, because I figured there'd be some Groby at the
Oh,
I
shit.
still don't know what the fuck's going on.
I'm going to bed, guys. Good
end.
night.
All right.
Night.
If you're a bear, I drink it there. I drink so much I can't see clear. What would I do without my beer? If you're a bear, I'd buy the first round. The next two till you came around. Oh, wow, I love to have my beer. If you're a bear, I'd take a case. I'd take you out and back to my place. Oh, wow, I wish you were my beer. If you're a bear.
Bye, Tom.
Hey, Chuck.
All right.
I guess we're still
Leaving now.
live.
That was funny.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
We had a good show.
Yeah, it was great. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.